Incredible. Oh, carry on. Carry on. Wait, Dave. They're saying you muted.
I did mute myself because my voice was coming through in the introduction. So thank you very.
We're off to a great
Nothing.
start here, folks.
Nothing can go right on the first try. Okay, let me restart my whole spiel. Everyone, welcome. This is the beginnings, the actual beginnings of the BTA tourney. Now that everyone can hear me, but more specifically, the summer modded BTA tourney, where we get to see a lot of people face each other, running really fast, and it is based around Spring Collab this time. We had Strawberry Jam last time. We're representing Spring Collab. And wow, I love how everyone's so much more hyped now that they can actually hear me. That's great. But yeah, Spring Collab. I hope everyone's familiar with it. Came out in 2020. It is one of the classic, like, giant collabs that everyone came to know and love and got plenty of downloads because it was very popular from a casual perspective and also a speedrunning perspective. So that's what we're gonna do today. We got a lot of world record holders in the competition this time around. But I don't know. You got anything to say about it, Cork? Are you excited?
Heck yeah, I'm excited, and I think you covered it pretty well. I'm really excited to see how these folks do on some older modded levels. They are generally a little shorter than the Strawberry Jam levels, so things might go pretty quickly this time around.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be seeing a lot of levels. If they're not broken with how fast they become, they are very heavily optimized in both divisions too. We have two divisions. We got red and yellow this time around. But I was gonna say too, we have some fantastic tech setup this time. Usually we have the standard good tech setup. We have even better tech setup this time. And it's all thanks to Cork.
Wow.
Because Cork is really cool and makes really cool mods, and recently came out with an even better mod, probably the best one you've ever seen, which honestly I might just go into presentation mode to show this because I think it is worthwhile to show in just a moment. But we have another mod which I will get into in just a little bit. We have a little bit of a presentation, like I said, that we wanna go over before getting into the nitty-gritty. But I hope if anyone if anyone has any questions about what's going on, what the hell BTA is, what are the rules, where can I join, I have all of the commands in literally the title of the video. So, not in the video, of the live stream. So don't ask me. The commands are there. I also don't remember what the commands are if you ask me straight up, because I just make them and I forget about them. So it's up to you if you really want to join, which I would highly encourage, so that next stream we get 3 divisions, 4 divisions, even 5 divisions. Sometimes they get pretty big. And then we get to make a whole weekend out of it, which is to the detriment of our sanity, but it's okay. It's a good time. Anyway, I am about to get into presentation mode. But before we get into presentation mode, I have to show the latest brilliant mod by our very own Corker 900. Hold on.
Uh-oh. For the record, I was not informed that this would be happening.
No, I did not think about doing this until talking about how good you are at mods. So anyway, pay attention. This is important. Oh, wait. No, you're not ready for it. Sorry. Hold on. Good mod. Good mod. Good mod. Anyway, now that it's time for the real presentation, I wish I could have downloaded Backflip mod, but we're gonna see very shortly that I'm not gonna need it. Speaking of things that I don't need the dark reader to be turned on right now. How do I turn it off? Oh my god. Oh, wait.
Yeah, just click
Oh,
the off button there.
okay, there we go. There was an off button, surely. Okay. And then we got music playing. Okay, cool. All right, everyone. I hope you're... No audio? Oh my god, that was the best part. Okay, anyway. How tragic. Hello, Sky. Welcome in the chat. All right, everyone. We talked about it already. This is the BTA modded season. We are in the BTA year, which means that we are working with all of these mods that have very cool speedrunning communities of their own to bring you a tournament that we think is pretty cool. And this time around, we're doing Spring Collab for summer because, of course, enter. Okay, there we go. So we have to go over a couple of rules.
Kind of an oversight, wasn't it?
I think we talked about it. And then, like most things, they become an oversight. So if you're not going to use the commands that are in the chat, then I'll reiterate it once for you. So this is a race to the top. The whole point is that we have everyone racing for the whole duration of the division. They compete to get in as high placements as possible, because the higher placement that you get into, the more meters that you acquire. The higher placements you're in, the more meters you acquire. So if you're in first place, you'll get 800 meters. And if you're in second place, and then it just kind of cascades down. The first player to pass 2,500 meters becomes a finalist, and the first two players to pass 2,500 meters will both be the finalists that we see at the very end to race in intermediate hardside, which is a little bit challenging. Has its fun little strats that we're going to get into. If we don't get into to find the second finalist after 3 rounds, after finding the first, then we will throw everyone into a random level, and then whoever wins that level will be the one to advance. Just to keep the ball rolling, because we can kind of end in a loop of, like, you know, people acquiring meters, and then it takes way too goddamn long. The first level, in order to determine who's going to be the first person to pick a level, will be Secret Temple. Because, I don't know, Secret Temple is chill, it's simple, it doesn't have anything crazy going on for it. So we just decided that would probably be appropriate. So, more rules. I've already said all of this. Oh, but there is one thing. If someone who has the fewest amount of meters is able to come in first in a given round, then they will be able to acquire an extra 200 meters in order to just give them a little pick-me-up. Because sometimes it is easy to fall behind a little bit behind the pack, so we wanted to give a little bit of an advantage to people who are just falling behind a little bit. So this is the map list. We have many maps across the 3 first lobbies, because we're never going to host an expert or grandmaster lobby unless you can find more than 2 people that actually speedrun those. But beginner, intermediate, advanced, we have a lot of cool maps. Especially, we have 2 advanced maps this time. I think we only had 1. So I'm very excited to see those, because obviously those are going to be a little bit more difficult. You're going to have a couple more strats involved. So it's going to be a good time. All right. If you want to join us, if you want to be a part of this, if you watch the event and you think that this is a cool event, then join us for fall. We're going to have another collection of maps that we're going to be showcasing people speedrunning. And so everyone is encouraged to join. We have divisions for a reason. They're meant to pair you up against other people who are in the same bracket as you as far as skill level is concerned. So if you feel like you don't have a lot of experience, that's fine. If you have way too much experience, that's also okay. So please just join the Discord, be in on the news that we post as soon as we know. And then, you know, we'll get you in, we'll get the ball rolling. It'll be a good time. Yes, thank you, Sky. She is using the BTA Discord command as you also... I was gonna say, you don't have to use it. You just have to click on the link that shows up. Maybe occasionally someone will have to post it, but that's fine. That's fine. All right, just a couple of credits. Again, we have a lot of fantastic organizers, excluding me. We have Sky, who, despite not being able to make it for this BTA, she has been tremendous in, like, the inception of BTA and a lot of the setup leading up to it. A lot of her widgets, you can also see that she has made. I am crediting her on the widgets because they're all fantastic and they work really, really cool. So fantastic person. Epic, Cork, and Sev. Without them, literally, these last couple of years have been so much easier because with bringing them on as organizers. I cannot say it enough. Thank you very much for joining us as organizers and for being a part of it in such an integral way. And then we also have the
I'm just
modders.
glad to see this happen.
I am also happy that this continues to happen because, especially for some of the issues that we can run into on the tech side, I'm glad that there are people who are smarter than me that can help with those kinds of issues. Especially with head-to-head. Did you know that head-to-head came to being because Cork said, screw this, this sucks. I wanted to make this mod anyway, so I'm going to make a mod to make it easier to face other people. I'm describing that correctly, right? That was the reason?
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah.
I would describe it as I participated in one BTA. My game crashed mid-match, and I was like, that sucks. Let's fix that. So I made head-to-head.
Yeah, there are VODs, if you dig deep enough in my YouTube, that showcase how BTAs used to look and how they used to run when it was just me and Sky before the head-to-head mod. Those were dark times. Let's just say that. But we have a new mod that we are showcasing and happy to announce that we have a spectator mod. After way too long, someone decided to take up the challenge of building a spectator mod. Long thought to be one of the biggest hurdles with doing this tournament. Probably one of the biggest requested things that we received on our feedback forums, because I think everyone got tired of me just bumbling around like an idiot trying to figure out maps that I'm not comfortable with, or just seeing me and hearing me dash a million times every single tournament. So now we get to show off some really cool stuff. I mean, I say we get to show off. A spectator mod is kind of obvious with the way it works, I think, but you'll see. You'll see in just a little bit. Don't worry. Best of luck to all... Oh, okay. I thought I had another slide. Never mind. Best of luck to all competitors. Hopefully, Spring Collab is as fun to speedrun against other people as it is alone, because the pressure is on anytime that you actually have someone racing against you, and you can't just reset if you take a death. You can't just reset if you mess up a strat. You have to keep going, and it adds a lot of pressure. So, we'll see how everyone performs. Very exciting. All right. I think with that gets through my spiel. I don't think that there's anything left for us to wait for. Cork, is there any last messages you would like to send to everyone before we descend into Spring Collab?
I think we're just about good. There are some final touches happening with the runner setup, but it sounds like we are seconds from being ready to go.
Okay, awesome. So I don't know if you want to help out with that, and then I can stall in the meantime for a little bit.
I think Epic has them covered.
Epic's got it covered? Okay, wonderful. Okay, then chatters, it is up to you. If you have any questions about anything based on the rules or whatever's going on, then this is your chance. You have like an extra 2 minutes. Enjoyed your Celeste videos for the past year. Thank you a lot for the great content. Looking forward to sub 30. Oh, thank you. I think someone else said that earlier too. What is up with this? Y'all are so nice. Thank you very much. I'm happy that my speedrunning videos have helped as many people as they seem to have. And hopefully it motivates you to join these kind of events. Even though it's not vanilla speedrunning, it's still a very good time. And I think there's a lot of ground still to be breached as far as modded speedrunning goes. Because there's always new mods coming out. And there's always like some crazy stuff that's really cool to see in a lot of these speedruns. So hopefully we get some more pioneers. Like D-Sides is doing pretty popular. I might be biased a little bit, but D-Sides is getting a little bit of a pick-me-up on that front. And then we just need other mods to get representation. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I absolutely love watching modded speedruns, specifically because they're not as optimized as vanilla. I know a lot of people sort of shy away from it because of that. But I really like witnessing the earlier stages of people figuring out like what's possible, what's good, and just finding all these unique and creative ways to take time off that just aren't present in vanilla.
Right. That's a feeling that I recently started to appreciate because there are new revisions to Monica's D-sides in a couple of the levels that not a lot of people have gotten the chance to actually build strats for. And being able to set a, I don't want to set a standard, but at least give a shot, start speedrunning it the way that I think is the best way to find, the best strats and everything. It makes it really fun. It is very enjoyable. It's a very unique experience because you can't just rely on what other people did. And it serves, it just feels good. I'd encourage anyone to give the chance, especially if you've been playing this game for hundreds of hours, which a lot of speedrunners tend to end up in that category. Then I'd highly encourage, like, give it a shot. Don't watch other people's guides, if they exist sometimes, and just experience what it's like to go, what would be the most optimal solution to this room? Because it's fun, it's good, and it promotes. That's how just speed running kind of keeps moving forward. That's how we have a 24 any percent now, is people just going, I think there's a fast way to do this. Let me try this thing that people have said is impossible and make it possible. Ooh, I feel like Breeze or LTJ are most likely. I have been ignoring the chat too long. I have lost the plot for that that comment. All right. So, I'm very excited to see. There's a couple of maps that I am excited to see just because there are some silly skips that can happen and just, in typical speedrunning fashion, just invalidate rooms quite significantly. There is one map in particular that does that pretty egregiously. I don't want to give any names because I think it's exciting to just let people experience it.
I'm really interested to see which maps are going to get picked during the event. Something tells me there's going to be a bias for the harder levels, but we'll see what people have actually practiced and what they're going to pick.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it sounds like the runners are all raring to go, and as soon as these ads are over, we can get rolling, if everything's ready.
All right, I do have the notification that says ad break has ended, which means that we can probably get started. And what a fitting song to get started on too. I love the Area 1 demo song. All right, so I think what that means is that I gotta pull up Celeste. I gotta get all of the settings ready to go, and then we're gonna hop right in. Just give me one moment to make sure that I am all set up. I feel like someone may have said something motivational, like nothing is impossible at some point. So well, I don't want to say nothing is impossible. If your dream is to jump 100 feet in the air, you might not be able to do that, but within reason.
I don't know. I mean, you could figure out a way to make that happen. Really big trampoline or something.
Oh, I was saying like just buy a lot, like. If you said I want my legs to be the ones to launch me 100 feet in the air, like just purely, but I get it. There's creative solutioning that you can do to remedy that.
Anyway, let's roll.
Let us roll. All right, means that we gotta hop into Cork. If you could just give me your screen.
Oh, am I not already streaming?
No, you are already streaming. And I can already tell that this is going to break. Hold on. For some reason, it has decided to resize itself to something that's going to break the moment that I put it on screen. So let me fix it before we get to that point. I'm sure everyone can hear the dashes, though. Or at least I can hear the dashes. I don't know if other people can hear the dashes. Yep, it did break. Why did that break? Of course, things can't just be the way they were when I set them up originally.
No, of course not. If things worked, it wouldn't be BTA.
Oh, don't get me started. I am a little hesitant to see what happens with the new mod and everything installed, but regardless, it's going to be exciting. All right, and whoa, seamless transition, crazy. Look at that.
What a pro streamer.
What a pro streamer. All right. More importantly, you can see the beginnings of what we're working with as far as this mod is concerned. Because I'm following Steven. Steven seems to be the leader. They have gone through the most screen transitions. But if I wanted to, let's see. I want to follow Grant Lewis. What are they up to? Oh, they're just doing whatever that is. Okay, what about the Hidden Ninja? Oh, the Hidden Ninja was there too, just hanging out. All right, we can't hear the Hidden Ninja's dashes, but that's fine. That's okay. So,
I'm realizing I need to disable my Celeste net emotes because I accidentally bound the spectator mod to the same controls, and now I'm just emoting on everyone.
What's wrong with that? Nothing wrong with styling on people. Is a spectator mod a public mod or something you guys have for now? It is something that we have for now. It is still undergoing, I would say, some more rigorous testing, which I guess this is kind of the platform for it to be tested on. But I don't know what Syrian plans for as far as like fully releasing it, but we'll have chats. If this is something that people really want for other purposes, then we'll talk to Syrian and see what's going on. But anyway, all right. We got Ad, Julie, Steven, Delayed Prism, the Hidden Ninja, Grant Lewis. I want to say Grantlewist so bad. And I'm going to take a guess and say Zoa. XOA. If you prefer for me to call you something else, then I will call you something else. But I will say Zoa for now. All right. I think we are ready to go. Are there any other buttons that I have to click? I don't think there's any other buttons that I have to click. I just have to make sure that we are in the right settings. And Cork, you're ready to go on the debug side, correct?
Almost. Give me one moment. I need to... Actually, no, I don't need to reset anything. I can just stay invisible. Yep, I'm good to go.
All right, sick. So, with that being said, let me switch this to Red Division on the title. And we are getting started with the BTA. Summer BTA. Summer modded BTA. I never know what order to say that in. Summer modded BTA. Red Division. Let's see how this goes in... Wait, I just realized I don't have the... Oh, well. We're starting. Thank you very much for whoever had the big red button that said start. All right.
I'm guessing that was epic.
Okay, thank you very much. I was going to add epic. So that sounds good. All right. So as you can see, Delayed Prism was the first one to get out of the first room. But there are a couple of people pulling ahead, like Julie, who's right in there with Zoa. Which you're going to see some funky movement from the Seeker. The Seeker's just kind of... not meant to run around. The spectator mod does its best to line up with the movement of the characters, but so you might see the Seeker just phase through the characters. That's no big deal. Don't worry about it too much.
Yeah, but we're already about 2/3 done with this level. The leaders are in the last room already.
Yeah, this isn't a very long level. That's kind of why we chose it as the one to just be the people to choose who's going to be going first here. There's not even a whole ton of skips you can do. I don't think there's any skips actually, because everything is just buttons or keys. Like, you're going to be blocked no matter where you go. So you kind of just got to roll with the punches.
There's a lot of optimization in that last room, and it's so long that a death can be really punishing.
Ooh, but it looks like Ninja is going to be taking that with a time of 1:12, followed by Zoa with a 1:14. That's crazy. The three of them really
close.
Cut it close. Let's see.
And it looks like everybody is in the last room now. We got a lot of players taking deaths in this last room.
Ooh, let's check in on Ad and see how they're performing.
Ad and Grant having a rough time of it.
Yeah, so some of these cycles can be a little tricky. They do move quite fast, but I believe in them. Look at that. There we go. I think Ad just has to make sure the Seeker hits that, and there we go.
Get the key warp back to the beginning.
Oh no! All right. Thankfully, it doesn't really matter if you come in last in this first round, but that's okay. All right, and that does seem to be everyone. And as you can see, I didn't have to press a single button. I mean, I had to press a couple of buttons, but I didn't have to run after anybody. This is wow. I'm already happy. I'm so happy with this.
Right? It's only getting better.
It's crazy the amount of focus I can put on what's going on screen when I don't have to actually chase after people. All right, so with Seeker Temple, we've got Hidden Ninja coming in the lead, which means that they get first pick at what level we're going to. Please start pressing buttons when the leader dies. Fair enough, fair enough. I will do my best to switch around what's going on. Let's see. So we're gonna wait on Hidden. Let's go to Hidden Ninja. Yeah, there we go. So Secret Temple was not too big of a deal, but don't worry. Some of the other levels, they have a lot going on as far as speed strats are concerned. It's not just all Seekers and button mashing, I promise. What is Ninja gonna pick? That's a great question. I have no idea. That's the exciting part about this. And so now, after this next round, once this next round's completed, then you're gonna start seeing all of the meters tick above me to designate who's in first, who, you know, it's just how people are scaling up. Y'all gave the match pass, right? Oh. I can't give the match pass. Well, that's awkward.
I can. It goes to Ninja, right?
Yes. Yes, please.
Boom. Sent, theoretically.
Sick. All right, Ninja should be ready to go. Ninja is just... Okay. I think Ninja's choosing now. There we go. Thank you for that. Let me pull something up real quick. Just to make sure. There we go.
Ninja is squishing at the selector. Oh, there we go.
Yep, there we go. All right, the game. You know what's funny? I took notes on every single level in this Spring Collab tournament, except for the game. I looked up the game Celeste Spring Collab on YouTube, and wow, you'd be surprised to find that there are
no results.
The results must just be obscured because of just how general the search terms are.
Yeah.
Because like if I look up Celeste Spring Collab the game, like the only search results that were coming up were just full runs of Spring Collab, which I'm not gonna go through an hour plus, like an hour 40, hour 50-minute run just to find this one little level. I'm sorry. There's a lot of levels. I didn't have that much time on me. There's runs on SRC. I should have checked SRC. That would have been smarter. But here we are. We're getting launched right into the game. So we're going to have some exciting stuff here. Especially because I only slightly remember what's going on here. Well, that kind of broke. Anyway.
This map has a good amount of variability in the movement. There's some intentional speed routes included as well, and a whole lot of opportunities for demos, but unfortunately most of them are just kind of a YOLO the one frame situation. So really, I feel like this map will come down to just not dying. So this is really going to be a game of preparation.
I think I've seen the limits of spectator mod. So, Battlein does not seem to play nice when spectator mod is on, because you have to run into Battlein under these conditions.
Oh, we got Hidden Ninja taking a brutal death at the end of the second room. Zoa taking the lead now in the third room with a pretty strong margin. Looks like no one else, and Steven is now in the third room. But we're
All
getting
right.
pretty spread out. We got 2 runners still in the first room. So I think we can see who has put in the most preparation time for this so far.
We're going to do our best here to work with what we got. And I forgot that I am currently blind. All right, so a little bit of a hiccup here. Seems like Zoa is proceeding forward, very far forward. And it becomes quite a problem.
Only 1 checkpoint behind him, though.
Yeah, it becomes quite a problem to follow Zoa when we do not have the Deathless mod on right now, or not Deathless mod. But it looks like Steven is catching up. We have the Hidden Ninja coming up right behind them.
Zoa finishes the map. So we got a pretty decisive win from Zoa. Steven,
it does seem like Zoa's
in
gonna
the second half of the final room.
Flying quite a bit of those points there.
Ad and Grant still having a rough time of it in the second room.
I do have
Everyone
to find...
else now in final. Oh, Ad has made it through the second room and is now into the third.
Oh, all right. I was going to try and... Actually, I'm going to take this time to see if I can find a way to enable not dying here. That way I can follow people a little bit more, just in case it breaks in the future. Task Tools Center Cam. Do I have Task Tools enabled? I don't think I have Task Tools enabled.
Are you just trying to turn invincibility on?
Yes.
If you don't have variance already enabled, just type variance true into the debug console.
Into the debug console? All right.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I should have... Yeah, I do have variance. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Just turn on invincibility.
Yeah, I don't know why I was struggling to see that button.
Alright, Hidden Ninja is done. Julie and Delayed Prism duking... Oh no, Delayed Prism taking a death right at the end of Final Room.
Alright, so we got Julie finishing up, and then we only have... Yeah, we only have Delayed Prism and Ad left for this round.
Grant Lewis is still way back in the second room.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, you could see from my fumbling around, even in this room. If you do not know what's happening here, it's going to be a little bit tricky to catch your bearings.
Yeah, this level is definitely a game of preparation.
Ooh, not Ad taking another death. This seems to be a long room. There's not a lot of checkpoints here.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Let's see if we can meet up with our contestants once again. So at this point, it still matters. So if you have tuned into BTAs in the past before the modded BTA, we had operations run a little bit differently as far as like positioning and what it means. So now that we have meters, depending on where you land along the level leaderboard, then every position matters. So even back here, you can't just say, okay, well, it doesn't matter because I didn't get first. Like, you still want to get into as high a position as possible in order to ensure you get some meters so that your life is a little easier towards the later half of the tournament.
Yeah, that's definitely an improvement with the current format over the classical format. Because in the classical format, you're either first, middle, or last, and nothing else actually matters for the sake of the competition. So as long as you're not in first or last, you just need to kind of keep up with the pack. But now, every placement matters, so a contest for 4th place could still make an important impact on the outcome.
Oh, yeah. And it looks like Ad just keeps taking deaths in the second to last room. I'm in quite a bit of trouble. And don't worry, if Ad looks very stationary to you, that is just me. That is how I look in the spectator mod when I don't have invincibility set, so. enjoy while I do whatever this is. But we do have Ad and we have Grant Lewis. Have they been able to make it any farther?
No, Grant Lewis is still caught up in a death cycle in the second room. So we can give them a little bit more time to see if they progress, but we might need to call this match.
Ah, yes. Yeah, we can give them a little bit more time, but I think you're all right. Let's see. At the beginning here. Yeah, it looks like Grant Lewis might struggle a little bit. I'd say give them a little bit longer, but yeah, then we're going to have to call it quits.
Yeah, Kerpachum, to answer your question, if everyone except you finished and you DNF, in a situation like this, if we call the match and you DNF because we just ended the match before you finished, you'll still get the 100 meters. We count that as a last place finish. If you DNF'd because you, like, I don't know, enabled cheat mode on your file or something, that's, you know, you don't get anything for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course. We do have a lot of things in place, like make sure you don't have any other mods besides the ones that are required. So please don't cheat. It is a speed run, and you are facing other people. No cheating. All right, I think we may have to move on without Grant Lewis. Or not without Grant Lewis.
Grant Lewis is still in the competition, but I think we're going to have to call the match and head back to the lobby.
Yep, I do think so as well. All right. So as I said before, this is a test for Speed Spectator mod to some degree. We have tested a lot of maps, but it seems like no one's ever liked the game enough to test it when we've tested these maps. So
do we have any other maps on the list with the Battling Boss?
I don't think so.
I don't think we do, so we should be good from here on out.
Yeah. It's just it's so funny. It's so funny.
Yeah, literally the first pick is the one that breaks it.
All right, guys, I promise. You gotta believe me. It works. All right. Now after all of those shenanigans, so we got Zoa coming in first, and now you will see that the meters have been updated. So you can see how this is going to progress. Everyone's going to try to hit that 2,500 meter threshold. But this also means that we have to choose someone at random.
Dave, you might want to check the message in mod chat. I think has a request for the stream.
Yeah, I just saw that. Okay. Okay, so I turned it off. That should be good. There we go. Sorry about that. Anyway, so we're going to be waiting on... We need to choose someone at random. Which means that we need to have some sort of wheel or something in order to determine who's going to be the one chosen. Let's see.
Yeah, let's have Epic handle the choosing situation.
Yeah, 1 second. All right. I love my scattered English too when I'm trying to type in the chat. All right, so while we were getting started there, now we're going to move on with a random person to choose the next map, which is going to be hopefully not something that revolves around battling. I don't think there should be any more. But we do have, unfortunately, Grant is chilling with a couple of meters. But this does mean that if Grant can make a comeback in the next map, then they're going to be getting an extra 200 meters. We'll see. It should be... I usually think it's pretty exciting to see, like, if someone's falling behind and they can make that comeback. That's a really good feeling. So, hopefully we get to experience some of that here.
Potentially. I mean, we don't know which and how many maps each of these players have actually practiced. So I think we can definitely see there's going to be a split forming between people who practiced everything thoroughly and people who maybe practiced only a few levels so that they have a ringer in their pocket when the time comes.
Oh yeah, I love seeing what people have in their back pocket in preparation for the future of the event. But it looks like Ninja wins the spin, so we'll get to give Ninja another pick for now. It's a little bit, so from here on out, Ninja will not be able to choose anything until everyone else has chosen a map. But Ninja did kind of acquire the ability to choose the first map, given that they won the initial round. So it's a little bit separate. But from here on out, Ninja will not be able to choose until everyone else gets a shot. Here we go. Satellite.
Satellite.
This is a good one. This is one that everyone should have rehearsed to at least some degree.
Hopefully. It is one of the harder maps that we have on the list. So if there's anyone here who hasn't practiced this map, it'll probably become obvious pretty quickly.
Yeah. This is an intermediate. Oh no, this is an advanced map.
Yeah, this is one of the advanced maps.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so you'll see that there's a lot of tech that becomes required as you go through the lobbies. Just your understanding of Celeste beyond, like, you know, you got your jump, climb, dash, vanilla strats. But then as you kind of go through the lobbies, then you really want to be comfortable with wall bounces and hypers and all of that. So that's where these kind of maps get really interesting, because then when those things become required, it's like, okay, how do you make captivating gameplay that requires that? So I think we've got everyone. To clarify, I am in VC with the part. Yes. Epic is an organizer who is working with the contestants. This is not, we're not rigging it. We promise. Just in case you were concerned. Okay. Epic, I think we are ready to go. We've got all 7 players. If you want to kick us in. Beautiful. All right. I know Battlin's not in this one. Nothing should break this time, surely.
I really like how the debug map, or the debug view of this map looks.
Oh yeah,
really
no, this
visual style to it.
Especially because it's a very vertical map. There's not a lot of vertical, like not even vertical mods really, because it's kind of hard to make gameplay that is very vertical without making it a little too redundant when it comes to wall bounces. Oh my god!
Except for the 100 trap and tower maps anyway. So we got most of the players still pretty grouped up. Delayed Prism taking a couple brutal deaths in the second room, and Grant Lewis still in the first. Everyone else duking it out for the top 3 or 4 spots.
Ooh, and looks like Steven is able to pull ahead here. So it is kind of hard to see, but there are a couple of skips that enable you to skip like a dash crystal here and there. We can see that Hidden Ninja is pulling ahead. Let me start following them. I think we're coming to the end here. Oh no, actually there's one more room. I'm happy to be wrong. But right now, oh, Zoa getting a skip in to actually pull ahead.
This is a really interesting map for that, because it's one of them that feels like you don't have many options other than the intended route, but there's actually a lot of things you can do to shave time in this map.
And there we go. We see Zoa followed by Julie. All right. Let's see who is ahead besides. We got Ninja coming up. We can see back here Delayed Prism is struggling a little bit with this map. And we also have Steven, who's a little farther ahead.
Yep, Ad and Steven now in the final room. Grant Lewis still in the second room. Delayed Prism in the third.
All right, here he. Oh no! Ad missing the wall bounce, and there's no checkpoints. No checkpoints. You're in the air the whole time. You die, you gotta go back.
Yeah, this last room is brutal because it's long, there's no checkpoints, and there's some weird spacing that makes it really, really easy to just move a little too far over and land on a spinner. And obviously, you don't want that.
This is a general trend with a lot of the Spring Collab maps too, because there was a limitation set on how many rooms you can make each level. Then for the harder maps, you do have these really long-winded rooms where taking a death is really going to be detrimental to, you know, a tournament setting.
Yeah, absolutely. The maps were only allowed to have an intro room, a heart room, and 5 gameplay rooms, not counting berries. And it definitely makes it more like a seaside run from vanilla, where you have long rooms, difficult rooms, but not very many of them.
And for a lot of these, you even have seaside-like times, like a 125, and then a lot of other maps are like sub 1.
Oh, absolutely.
It definitely feels like a seaside. All right, we have delayed prism
in the last room. Grant Lewis still having trouble in the second room.
Oh, yeah, let's see if delayed prism can make it this time around. Oh, and it looks like oh, can they neutral to save this? Yes, they can. Wow. That got me a little nervous there, I'm not gonna lie. The other bit of complexity that you can see Grant probably running into the issue of is that there is a little bit of routing that can be a little bit confusing with a map like this, where, you know, there's sort of, I don't want to call them branching paths. There is a correct path to go in, but you kind of got to figure it out.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to know what the map expects of you, and then especially on something like this, one of the harder maps in the contest, you need to get the execution right.
Mm-hmm.
So if your execution isn't clean or you don't know where to go, you're going to be punished really hard for either one of those.
Genuinely, Grant was just going through that small section and I was confused as to where they were supposed to go, but they managed to get past the room. There we go. All right, and I think this is going to be quite a bit more of a struggle here for Grant Lewis.
Absolutely. We can give him a little bit more time, but we might also have to call this one, seeing that he's still shy of the halfway point on the map.
Yep. But it looks like Zoa has been running away with some of these maps so far. Not too far ahead yet, though. I think if Zoa gets a couple more wins under their belt, then I mean, all it takes is 4 wins to be 100 meters below the finalist threshold. So after that, then they might be good. Yeah, we'll give Grant Lewis a couple of more attempts. No, Thuffle dreams in 22 seconds. 22 seconds. Oh my god, that's shorter than it. I don't think there's a seaside that's longer or shorter than that. No, just
2C is shorter than that.
Yeah, there are. Wait.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure 2C is shorter than that. It's got to be. I know if you're looking at world records, 3C is as well. It's like 17 seconds.
What? Oh my goodness. Oh, scary.
I know, it's terrifying how well people have optimized those short levels.
Mm-hmm. World record is 22.96.7. Oh, wow. Wow. All right, so I think Grant Lewis, it looks like they have DNF'd, so we're going to have to move on here. Let's go back to the lobby. And so now we have gotten Ninja to choose 2 levels. I think Ninja's got enough under their belt. I think we can allow someone else to take the reins here. Ringle, thank you for the prime. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Welcome on in. Hell yeah. Can't believe we got Ringle here. All right. Who is going to be the lucky one to choose next, and what are they going to choose? We've got a lot of good choices here. If you didn't know, Satellite is actually one of the qualifying maps to participate. We usually have some qualifiers just to help determine like division placements and stuff. So if you come for fall BTA, then you'll get to experience that a little bit. So that's one of the levels that, again, we hope people are comfortable with, because if they're not, I don't know what they submitted.
Space Jam Fever Dream was picked by Steven.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
wait, who is that?
Space Jam
Oh,
Fever
yeah.
Dream is
Picked by
very
Steven.
interesting.
Space Jam Fever Dream is going to be interesting because there are two completely separate routes you can take. And the faster route is also harder and takes a couple demo dashes and a concerning number of... Oh, I guess we're going now. And a concerning
Yeah.
number of cutscene skips just to get into it. But then it's really only 1 or 2 rooms long.
It
So I'm
is.
interested to see how many people go for the fast route or how many people go for the safe route.
It is kind of funny. The safe. Ooh. There's a lot of people going for the safe route, but as you can see, there is this funny little demo room to take the harder route.
Okay,
Oh.
It looks like we got... Are we going 3 and 4? No, Delayed Prism backs out and goes safe route. Ad pushing through.
Ooh,
Looks
Julie.
like we might...
You can see that the music also changes, but this is primarily a level revolving around these dash crystals that are in dream blocks, which allows you to dash while you're in a dream block, and you actually gain speed because of Celeste reasons when you decide to dash while inside of a dash block.
Alright, looks like Hidden Ninja and Zoa are duking it out for first place with Delayed Prism right behind them. Hidden Ninja in the final room now.
Yep, Hidden Ninja has
probably
finished
taking
up.
the win. Zoa right behind him. Steven getting the alternate route part.
What lobby is this in? I have a lost
And Ad
memory
hot
of
on
playing
their
the secret
tie.
route. It
Hot on their
is
tail.
in the beginner lobby.
Ad finishing the alternate route. Julie still stuck in a death loop. Grant Lewis in the final room of the main. Everyone else is finished.
All right, yep. So it's down to Grant Lewis and Julie.
And this is coming down to a matter of who's gonna get through the room with fewer deaths. Because both of these are long and punishing.
This is a deceptively long, especially. Oh, there we go. All right, Julie managed to get to the last little section. There it is.
We got Grant in the last respawn point, but Julie just taken it.
Yep, so let's get to Grant Lewis. So you can see a little bit of what the easier route means. And you can also see that the people who ended up in first did take the easier route, which, you know, it's kind of a gamble that you take. I know that the world record holder takes the harder route, but in this case, it seems like it worked out in Ninja's favor.
Yeah, in a live event like this, there's a lot of benefit to just taking the safer route and get to the end. Because you don't get resets, you don't get to try again.
Yes, not getting to try again is that's the thing why, you know, as an organizer for this tournament, I've always been too nervous to try and attend myself, even if there was a way for me to attend, you know, as an organizer, because this would stress me out. It would stress me out way too much.
Yeah, Dave, when you're using the spectator, you might want to turn off the invincibility, because it's turning the blocks invisible and making the whistling noise. And
Interesting. The
calling us out on that.
invincibility mod is doing that? I thought just the fact that I wasn't dashing through them. Oh, I see. The invincibility, not the invisibility.
Yeah, invincibility with an N. Well, 2 N's.
Yes, 2 N's. I also had to think about that. All right. No, thanks for the heads up. Ad wins the
Water
spin.
and ice.
Ooh.
Really fun pick here. This is definitely going to spread players out, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, water and ice is like... Honestly, I think it's one of the harder levels. I'm surprised that it's in intermediate, because it is an annoying level. Maybe it just has core mechanics. Maybe that's why I feel the way that I feel about it. But, you know, I got my own opinions. It's fine.
No, it's a fun map. It's a little bit gimmicky, especially with the water boosts towards the end.
Oh, yeah. The water boost at the end,
but
especially if you don't know what's
that's part
going
of its charm,
on.
though. Yeah. You definitely need to be prepared for this one.
All right, let's go follow Zoa. Seems like they've been pretty comfortably in the lead for the most part here. Ooh, but
Because if
Julie's
nothing
right.
else, you do at least need to know the route of this map in advance.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is a map that if you don't practice, you are shooting yourself in the foot. You have a lot of these crystals that you kind of have to avoid, which are just glorified spikes. You can, I mean, I was gonna say you can see, but no, you can't see. That they're flicking the hot and cold switches. So if they're just phasing through spikes, then you can probably guess that they're in the hot version. But there's a lot of these water blocks that you can see them dashing through, and that's how they're kind of levitating in these bigger ice blocks. Is that you can float in them if you hang out, and then it has some other interesting properties with the jump mechanic that you're gonna see very soon. But Zoa seems to be holding. Oh, actually, I was gonna say that they seem to be holding a sizable lead, but the hidden ninja, despite taking a death, is actually slightly ahead of them.
Yeah, if I recall correctly, the water boosting mechanic that is used in this map was a behavior from an older version of the base game Celeste, where water had this property, and then in a later vanilla update, they actually fixed it and it no longer did it. So this map now has modded water specifically to restore that behavior.
Interesting. I thought this was still purely vanilla interactions, but that makes a little bit more sense. Because you can do something called a water boost in Vanilla Celeste, where you can just spam a lot of jumps when you're in water. And if you have momentum as you are spamming those jumps, you get a lot of speed. So there's something similar that happens here, which I guess explains why the setup feels a little bit weird.
All right, we got Zoa out in front, speeding through the water boost section.
Ooh, not ahead by much.
Rapidly approaching the big Neum. You can see it in the Neum in the debug map too, which I find really funny.
Oh, and there goes Zoa. Oh, a little anticlimactic ending, but we still have Zoa reaching the end here and taking the heart. All right, Zoa is leading the
Hidden
pack.
Ninja in the Neum. Julie getting to the water boost tutorial along with Hidden Ninja. Steven, and Delayed Prism are duking it out as well. just got to the water boosts as well.
My goodness,
Grant
here we
Lewis
go.
Still one room behind.
Big Neum. Oh, all right.
And Julie are neck and neck here.
Looks like Ninja's just gonna take it nice and slow to get out of there. Didn't get the biggest Neum, but that's fine. Did their best.
Hey, you know what? If it gets you to the exit.
True.
Players are spread out enough on this one that really just making it through is going to be the biggest boon.
Oh, yeah. I do encourage you to give this map a try.
Not tense.
Because doing these jumps repeatedly is quite fun. All right, Steven got ahead, followed by Julie.
Coming up to the final boost. Delayed Prism still just shy of the tutorial.
Oh no, Julie taking a couple of deaths in the last room, forgetting that they need to get their dash back. There we go.
Yeah, I was going to say, Julie better get that collect, because is right on their tail.
Woo! That was pretty tight. That was pretty close. All right, and we're down to 2. We've got Delayed Prism and Grant Lewis.
Yeah, Delayed Prism definitely with the advantage here, but Grant Lewis only, I think, 1 respawn point behind him. Maybe 2.
Yep, Delayed Prism just got the key, so they've established their checkpoint there, and now it's just for the Neums.
That's probably going to lock in the win. Or, not the win, but lock in the win over Grant.
Oh, just got to make it to the end here. There you go. Just a couple of wall bounces away. Oh, no! Not the death. Let's check in on...
Oh, that stings.
Check in on Grant Lewis to see how they're holding up.
Grant has made it to the downward section of second to final.
All right, moving ahead. I do think Grant Lewis is a little bit newer of a player, which means that Sprinkle Lab is obviously going to be quite difficult. But props to them for pushing through and still being a part of this event to give Sprinkle Lab a try, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And I would have liked to see more divisions for this event, but we had to make sure that there were enough players in each one to keep it interesting.
Yep, of course. You know, this is why, you know, especially getting involved in the D sides and Denny percent, it's why I think it's really cool to be able to host events for the modded scene, because like there's so much love poured into all this. I mean, you saw with Strawberry Jam, one of the biggest collabs to exist, and we have a new collab actually coming out soon. Or I say soon. I saw an announcement about it. I don't know how soon it's coming out, but there's another collab on the horizon, so we want people to be hyped and have that on their peripherals for when it comes. All right, let's see if Grant Lewis can make the change a little bit. We saw Delayed Prism just pass that final mark there. Looks like they're only one room behind.
And it looks like they just got that extra respawn point, so they're making progress. This last climb is a little bit easier than the rest of the room. Unfortunately, there is still one more challenging section before he gets to the water boost.
I do want to make a quick comment on like just the knowledge of tech. If you know neutrals, you can cheese a lot of these rooms, especially some of the earlier ones. So if you feel a little bit like not too confident on your ability to play through some of these maps, or at least compete in them, if you learn neutrals, you can make a lot of saves. A lot of saves. All right, we'll give Grant Lewis just a little bit more time, but then we will have to move on here. Fusion Club might be one of the
to not know the route for this room. Unfortunately, I don't recall exactly what it looks like in fire mode.
Fusion Club might be
running out of stamina going for that right route.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what Grant Lewis might be seeing right now. It looks like they should be going left, but I'm not sure how the fire orbs are shaping up in this layout. We'll give them one more shot, and then I think we'll have to move on here. Ah, okay, there seems to be fire there that they keep dying to. All right. They're in fire mode right now. Yeah, that's what I figured. It's going to look a little bit different for us. Let's see. Well, we'll give Grant this one last shot. Okay. All right, I think we do have to move on, unfortunately. Just let us jump back in. To the lobby. And we'll have another contender up to make the pick. Let's see. How are we doing so far on points?
We got Zoa in the lead with 3,000.
Oh! So, I think they're pretty confidently becoming a finalist.
They definitely have a good shot at it. They still need to win a match, and Hidden Ninja is right on their tail. And
that is true.
Hidden Ninja and Steven could qualify in the next match. I think Julie could as well with a win. Could put themselves in finalist range.
Yep. I think that was a detail that might have been a little overlooked. So it's not enough to just pass 2,500 meters, but you do have to come in first one final time with your current points over the threshold in order to qualify. So despite Zoa having 3,000 and Steven being right on their tail, they do need one more round to ensure to lock in that finalist position.
Ooh, the climb is a good pick if you're trying to come up from behind.
Ooh, the climb.
If you're going to have a level in your back pocket to just try to clutch out a win or really pull through on. This is definitely one of them. You have to go into this level knowing how to solve it. And so, if anyone isn't fully prepared for this, they're going to have a really rough time of it.
Especially because there are some people who, like I was just saying, abuse the mechanics of Celeste sometimes by using neutrals. Funny that I mentioned
Neutrals
that right
are
before this
disabled
map.
in this map.
Yeah. Have fun trying to neutral in this map. It has them disabled. So you cannot cheese these. Usually you'd be able to neutral on these little like shiny walls that you can see. But not in this map. If you need to neutral, if you're running out of your stamina for the climb, you're gonna have to figure it out. You're gonna have to change gears. Looks like
this is definitely also an execution-heavy map at the same time.
Ooh, it looks like Julie pulled ahead here. All right. Oh yeah, you can't just. This is one of the most complex maps I've seen people run, in the Spring collab. Because you have to know the routing. You have to know like the little pieces of girder that you can actually super off or climb off of, in order to make some of the relevant skips here.
So Julie looks like they've made the right pick. They're holding the lead, but Hidden Ninja is right behind them. So a death from anyone is going to be brutal here, and it looks like they both take a death at the same time. So they are absolutely neck and neck on this one.
Ooh. Yeah, it looks like Julie is falling behind a little bit. All right. Julie manages to go the shorter way to get ahead. And has now pulled in front again of Zoa, preventing them from actually becoming a finalist. Ooh, see, this is tough. Again, just this setupless, like, mid-air super can be really, really challenging. And again, if you fall, you gotta do it. You gotta do it right back again. There's no neutraling up these little silver girders. You can see that there's an interesting little bit of tech here that Julie's trying to do, where you can crawl up and climb to be as high up the girder as possible before doing that wall bounce. There we go. That way Julie can actually get over it.
Yeah, absolutely. And this map is designed so that you need to kind of min-max a lot of the tech in order to get through it.
Yeah,
so not only do you need to know how to do things, but you also need to be able to execute it fairly precisely.
Yeah,
so
this
we
gets
got Julie out in the lead. Ad and Grant, unfortunately, still having a hard time of it in the first couple rooms. Everyone else at about the midpoint of the map or a little beyond.
Like you were speaking on tech, this really gets into the weeds of, like, you don't just have to know how to wall bounce. You have to know how to use your wall bounce leniency in order to delay your wall bounces so that you can really maximize the amount of height that you're jumping off of these girders. But with that being said, Julie was able to do said things with their wall bounces, and she was able to get the heart before Zoa and before anyone else. It means they're going to get the maximum amount of meters, and it will put them right over the threshold, also putting them in the range of becoming a finalist. All right, we got Hidden Ninja trying to make up the difference here. Ooh, trying to hit that wall bounce and stuff. This is one of those maps that becomes like expert level difficulty trying to speed run. I was overhearing, I think Nini currently has the world record, which you'll be seeing her in the next division. She has a lot of world records in Spring Collab at this point, practicing for BTA. But she was talking about how, like, this is a very fun level, but it is grueling. It is tough. Wow, we can see a lot of people, like, last couple of maps, everyone was clearing it pretty much in the same block. But we've only got 2 people, Ninja being a whole minute and 15 seconds behind Julie. Let's see. Oh, we do have Zoa up ahead. Let's Let's see. Let's see. Can they be the third one to make it? Oof. Yeah, this looks so rough. There we go. Ooh, actually, it's delayed prism ahead of Zoa. Oh, that does seem to be the case. Oh no! Okay, okay. They didn't fall as I thought they would. Oh my goodness. No. No. Comms curse. Hey, 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 hey. What could you ever be talking about? I'm only here to motivate the runners. It does look like Zoa... Did Zoa take... Oh, Zoa took an alternate route in order to get ahead. We didn't even see Zoa go past Ninja. Interesting. I wonder if Cork is still alive.
Oh, my bad. I had my microphone muted and did not realize it.
Okay, I was like, wow, Cork's awfully quiet. I don't want to point it out, but I'm going to point it out. I figured that
it looks like we're going to have a pretty long tail for these final three runners. We got Grant still in the first room, Ad in the third, and Steven still at about the halfway point of the map.
Yep, so we've only got Ad, Steven, Grant. Let's see, Steven is still seems to be trying to hit the skip. Let's see what Ad is up to. Ooh, still struggling on this. This is a little bit earlier on in the level, I think. Where you kind of have to hit this wall, this jump into a wall bounce, and then turn around and grab that next girder. Or that also seems to be an option, to do a reverse super, get enough height to be able to do a wall bounce. There we go. Look at that.
There you go. Yeah, that reverse super is probably the easier way to do that section, but the other way might be a little bit faster.
Yeah, now that I think about it, this might have been a little tough map to put on our runners here.
You know, I think it was a good map to include because we need these harder maps included as well. Otherwise, you know, it's good to have a good variety and not just make everything a don't die check. Like, preparing for an event like this is a big part of it. And a little bit of preparation on this map goes a long way.
Right. Even if you can't get the hardest strats, there is a way to do this just, if you want to call it casually. And just being able to find those, even the safe strats to get through here. Like, that's kind of the goal is, you know, how can you manage to get through the map and what strats are you going to take to get there?
You know, I'm kind of thinking Steven might not know where he needs to go.
Yeah, it does seem like Steven's trying to explore an alternate route here.
Yeah, he's working backwards through this room.
Dave, I will remind you, I played through every single one of these in VC with you. Hey, hey, I'm aware. I'm aware. My opinions can change based on how many people I see play a run, a given run. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting to see, like, who is going to climb ahead first. Steven seems to be backtracking.
I get it. It's the name of the map.
Oh! I'm so smart. I wish I did that on purpose. Okay, I did not chug water according to Kerpachum's hydrate, so that is my apologies. Ooh, I think we're making some progress from Ad. Unless this is a barrier.
Moving ahead. Steven, I'm not sure what Steven's goal is here. I'm not sure if it's possible to work backwards like that.
I do see the struggle here with where they're supposed to go. Seems like I was deceived. That was indeed a berry room.
Well, there's a berry in that room, but it was my impression you need the upper spawn point in the current room that they're in order to progress, which involves going out and around the outside of the berry room.
Ooh, oh no. Again, not having neutrals makes this such a grueling level.
Yeah, so I think Ad's now going the right direction here. Out and around this... Oh, it looks like Steven is following them.
I'm guiding them, don't worry. God, imagine a level being so difficult, you need a guide just to figure out which way is up. Which, I have heard that this is... It's not a problem, but there are a lot of people who play this map and really just have no idea where to go, because there are multiple solutions here on where to go.
There's multiple solutions, and it's also easy to forget because a lot of it kind of looks the same.
Mm-hmm.
So it's easy to just forget, like, oh, wait, I need to go in this random hole in the floor in order to progress.
Yeah. Oh, ooh. I hope there's a checkpoint there. Okay, it's a little farther back, but still not too bad.
Yeah. There is a checkpoint, or a respawn point later in this room, but basically they're going to have to get through this room in order to keep progressing. So it's going to be neck and neck between them. Grant Lewis, unfortunately, still in the second room.
Oh no, we did see a few of our runners go down in the previous... Yep, there we go. So we can see Steven going down. I think that is probably the most optimal direction to go in.
Yeah, if you can go up, that's going to be faster. There is a shortcut that way.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot comment on the difficulty of that shortcut because I'm not familiar enough with this run.
I do enjoy Steven's comment. Wait, that way is so much easier. Yeah, it seemed to work in your favor a lot better than the alternative strats you were going for. Oh goodness. See, again, this is just grueling. Like missing the tiniest little jump, so you have to kind of start over. This map is reminiscent of games like Getting Over It, you know?
It really is. At least it has the respawn points.
At least, yes. If this didn't have respawn points, we might be in trouble with this.
Okay, Steven taking the lead, figuring out how to do that wall bounce before Ad.
Ooh, Steven is getting really close. Really close to wrapping this up.
Getting the extra checkpoint. Ad is on the right trail, but looks like they're still struggling to actually get that wall bounce.
So remember, all the other maps were completed in like a minute less, and we are, I think, approaching probably about 10 minutes on this run. 10 to 15 minutes for all the runners to complete it. Just to put into perspective the variance to some of these levels. Oh, I don't think that's possible. Oh my goodness. Oh, Steven might have found the way. There we go.
There it is. There we go. Steven into the final room of the map. That'll probably decide the outcome because I don't think Grant is going to make a comeback from this.
No, I think Grant has struggled with some of the other levels, and this is just a mammoth of one to try and attempt.
Oh, absolutely.
Why would Julie pick this map? It seemed to work in Julie's favor. I don't know.
Yeah, it worked. That seems like a pretty good reason to me.
Being a minute and 10 seconds ahead of the previous runner is a pretty good incentive to choose this map, methinks.
Oh, absolutely.
Ad's gonna have to go through the same discovery process that Steven just went through.
Yeah, Julie made a smart move, having this map in your back pocket because you're not likely to get out-skilled on this map if you have the knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Climb truly is the 8B of Spring Collab. I would tend to agree, given my opinions on no neutral gameplay. All right.
So that decides the match.
That does decide the match. We should be getting updates to the scoreboard relatively soon, but that is going to put Julie up into the range where they can become a finalist. We have many finalist potentials, but no finalists yet. We have Ninja with 34, Zoa with 36, 3,400, 3,600. We have Steven with 2,800 and Julie with 2,800. So that's 4 people that all have potential to become finalists. And all it takes is for them to come in first so that they can solidify that position.
I think it's almost certain that the next 2 matches are going to decide who the finalists are.
Yeah. As the points get higher, it is inevitable for someone to pass the threshold and also take first. Someone has to take first. My goodness, what a level. Had me sweating there for a little bit. Ooh, and it looks like Zoa is going to be the next one to choose. We've almost gone through our whole rigmarole. We've almost gone through our whole lineup of people to be running this. So, what's Zoa going to choose now that the climb is out of the picture?
Well, I think that's going to work out well because we got this match and the next one, and it would take a real upset for that not to... it would take a real upset for that not to decide the game.
Oh, yeah. Grant is my goat for hanging in. Truly. Again, we had an old form of BTA where we had redemptions, we had eliminations, and it seemed just giving people the opportunity to continue playing is still, it's still a good experience. It's still fun at the end of the day. And hopefully, no, we cannot choose water and ice. I was going to say, unfortunately, we cannot choose the same level until every level has been chosen. So, if that was in Zoa's back pocket, then...
The odds of us getting through every level in any division are basically none. So, no repeating levels. Ooh, Desolate Spire as the backup pick.
Desolate Spire, interesting.
Now, I don't know much about this map. This is one of the shorter ones, if I recall correctly, right?
This is one of the shorter and easier ones of Spring Collab, yes. Yeah, there's not too much tech involved. It is quite a short map, and you'll see pretty quickly, like, what the whole idea of it is. It's a cute one. It's good. We're going to have everyone coming in. Honestly, my favorite part of this map is the music. I actually really love the music from this map. All right, now you got a little taste of that. We got Ninja up in the front here. Oh, and then quickly getting passed by Zoa and the rest. So this is going to be a map that I don't see a lot of people struggling in. If you take a death, you might be guaranteed to be out, which Ninja just manages to pass and then immediately take a death.
Uh-oh. So it looks like Ad is out in front here until that death.
So these crystals that you see that have the upward arrow, they're actually jump crystals. So they give you can't see them on the characters, but when you play this map, you'll be able to see a little dot over your head that shows up and shows you how many jumps that you have. And so you get additional jumps in the air, which is how you see, Zoa just floating along here. Like how I used to before Spectator mod.
This is definitely a more clustered race than the other ones have been. It's coming down to this very last room. Looks like Zoa probably going to take the win. But Steven is hot on their tail, so this one could still go either way.
Ooh, all right. I think we have our first finalist.
By just under 2 seconds.
Oh, just that. That's probably the closest match that we've had. My goodness.
Absolutely. Ad and Julie coming in only 10 seconds behind that that first place win.
Yeah, that was shocking to see the hidden ninja being up front for most of the level and then just losing it towards the end. There is one little neat bit of tech that I want to point out. You can do mid-air supers and hypers with these dash crystals. If you dash into them and then you press jump, it kind of serves the same purpose as a super or hyper, but for the hyper you have to do a demo hyper, obviously. And it's pretty fun. It's pretty cool. All right. We're actually leading. Oh, wow. Grant is pulling ahead of Delayed Prism here. I wonder what kind of trouble they were running into.
Oh, taking a really punishing death, though.
Ooh, yeah. These last couple of jumps are a little bit tight. Ooh, and we see Prism wrap it up for that room.
Yeah, you need to be really on top of the... There's a bit of a mind game in this map where you're mixing both dashes and jumps in the air, and you need to stay mentally really on top of what you're doing when in order to get through these rooms.
Yeah, I can see people getting into the habit of mashing jumps once they get a bunch of them and just eliminating them. You still have to get the full height out of the jump, so you still have to hold jump after you use them, or else you're just going to do it like a little tiny mid-air hop, and then you're just going to not get enough height to continue the map. Oh, there we go. Nice.
Hey.
Hell yeah, Grant. Time to wrap it up. Let's see.
Farm some jump crystals and then go grab that heart.
You can just infinitely grab these jump crystals, and it leads to a very funny cascade of like dots above your head. But there we go. We wrapped it up.
And we have our first finalist.
We do have our first finalist. So Zoa is going to be the finalist for Red Division. And now we have only one person left that can join. This is the beginning of the 3-round counter. After 3 rounds, then we will throw everyone to a map and determine the winner that way. But until then, we still have a couple of other runners that are capable of making it there. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I think the only way that we would need to use even a third match without picking a second qualifier is if Grant wins the next one and Delayed Prism gets last. That's the only way that this next match doesn't determine the second qualifier.
Well, I mean, at this point, Zoa doesn't even have to race.
No, but all the others are over the threshold.
Oh,
so if
right,
anyone
right.
other than Grant or Delayed Prism...
Oh, I see. Sorry. I misheard you with what you're saying.
And Grant gets the spin.
Yeah, Zoa, now you can just chill out. You do not have to run. It is left to the other 6 runners in whatever map Grant decides to choose for us to determine who's going to be the one up against you in the finals.
Azurite Ascent. This is a really good pick.
Azurite Ascent.
Azurite Ascent is an extremely stratful map. There's a lot of demos if you know the setups.
Honestly, I feel like Azurite Ascent is very iconic for Spring Collab. It's one of the first maps that I ever saw in Spring Collab.
It really is. It's just a really solid beginner map.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of the first ones that people play, and it's also one of the more interesting maps in beginner. No offense to any of the others.
Oh. It is also, I think, a solid challenge for a beginner, where it's
Absolutely.
not just, a bunch of bubbles and then, you kind of do your thing. Like, you do have to be conscious of your routing. You have to be conscious of, like, your dashes and even your movement from a speedrunning perspective. We can see Steven pulling ahead. We have a mix of these red and green bubbles, which also makes it a little bit confusing. And cycles to top it all off. I think that's a good blend. Those 3 all put together.
Yeah, it can almost be a little bit too much, but they're spaced out enough that the gameplay still makes sense.
Ooh,
And then you have
Julie
some weird
pulling
stuff like
ahead.
that down left bubble setting up kind of a coyote jump almost off that cloud. So there's some really interesting gameplay in here for beginner.
Yeah, I think so. There's an interesting demo that I think Julie did to skip that one room, which is how we ended up here beyond everybody else. She's very close to the end now, while everyone else is in the last room, probably not realizing that there was that demo. And there we go. Just like that.
Julie taking the win.
Julie taking the win and solidifying herself as the second finalist. So let's see if we can go back to... Let's see if there's someone who's currently in that position. Okay, no, it seems
Steven
like...
just finishing the map as well. Hidden Ninja really close behind them. So at this point, we have our finalists, so everyone else is playing for pride.
Yep, you can see here, this is where the demo was done. To the right, you can just do a demo. Instead of...
There's a lot of demos in this map.
Yeah, instead of going through all of this, she was able to get right up into this room very quickly. So props to her for knowing. Julie doing the demo, she cheated? Oh no, doing intended tech in the video game. How dare she?
Ooh, we got a really close match here. Grant Lewis has the advantage. Hopefully makes it through to that screen transition. And Grant Lewis taking the heart.
Ooh, Grant Lewis making it through the heart before delayed prism and ad.
Looks like Ad may not have practiced this map. Kind of struggling in those last couple rooms.
All right, but it looks like she's gonna be able to wrap it up here. And there we go. Awesome job. Everyone sub 3 minutes too. You love to see it. You love to see it.
Absolutely. That was a really good final round before the finals.
Ooh, what a fantastic round. Yeah. Absolutely. All right. And with that, we have our 2 finalists. We have Zoa and Julie duking it out at the very end of Red Division here. So let me just get things set up before we jump into a slightly different feed, which is also broken because, of course, everything is broken. Of course
it is.
Despite me having fixed this in the other screen.
So now that we have our finalists, it's just going to be a direct head-to-head match, 1 versus 1. Do you get it? Head-to-head. 1 versus 1. Everyone else from this division, thank you so much for participating. I certainly hope you had fun with it. I know it's been really fun to watch and to commentate.
Hell yeah!
So thanks for being here. Stick around to support the finalists who made it and the other division later today.
We do have a division right after this, and it has a lot, like I said, of the world record holders, which is always very exciting because you get to see some game-breaking stuff when you decide to bring world record holders into the fray. I do notice a little funny on screen, which no one will point out and no one will say anything about. Surely it will just be...
I was not prepared for the... Alright, I can follow Zoa here.
Alright, I will follow Julie. So let me get... There we go. Alright, so we are in...
Julie taking a rough death early on, giving Zoa the lead.
Alright, so this is going to be interesting too, because we're going to see... funny enough, most of the maps came from beginner lobby, but since we are in intermediate hard side, there's going to be a lot of maps here from, you guessed it, intermediate hard side. So we're going to see a lot of rooms that have nothing to do with ones that we just saw up to this point in the competition, which adds, honestly, a lot of difficulty for these runners. So you'll see on the left that I'm following Julie, yeah, and on the right, Cork will be following Zoa. You have to be lying. Yeah, no, I am deathly serious. It is it is gonna make it a lot harder, but we get to see some of the cool maps that we either haven't played through yet. Oh no! Taking a death there.
And These heart sides from Spring Collab can be especially brutal, more so than the Strawberry Jam ones, because as you can see, they have 3 different map rooms per spawn point. So these rooms are long, they're difficult for the lobby they're in, and they are very punishing, especially if you take a death late on.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because it's flag based, so you saw that? We went through like 3 or 4 different types of rooms, but now we're all the way back at flag 6. It
And
is...
Zoa making it to the next room.
This is one of the most devastating, like... It's like if you take a death at the end of Farewell, farewell. You know?
Absolutely. I mean, some of these rooms are well over a minute long, so that's more than half the length of Farewell. If I can
Ooh.
even say it.
Julie taking another death. Zoa's going to be pulling up pretty far ahead here.
Yeah, it's not over till it's over, though. Zoa taking a brutal death most of the way through this flag.
And you might ask yourself, what are they fighting for here? Are they just fighting for the win? Well, yes, they are fighting for the Red Division championship win. But they are also fighting for a chance to compete in Yellow Division, as well as getting a couple of subs for, you know, their hard working and making it this far. Which I will speak with them and allow them to choose their creators of their choosing to direct those subs to. So, a little bit on the line. But all in all, the fact that they are both finalists does mean that they will each have an entry to the final tournament of the season, which will be taking place in the winter because we started with spring, you know, kind of makes sense.
Checked out.
So,
Zoa has made
Julie
it to the
taking a
next
death.
flag again.
Oh, she took a death at the very end of flag 6.
Oh, no. Yeah, Julie's gonna have a really hard time coming back from this one.
Oh, that's painful. That is actually really rough. My
Zoa
goodness.
once again clearing another flag in only a couple attempts.
Yeah, Zoa's pulling ahead quite far at this point. What flag are they at?
They're on flag 3 already.
Flag 3. Oh, no. Yeah, she's going to need some help here.
Yeah, there's always the possibility of a last moment choke, or just, you know, having a hard time on one of the later rooms. But at this point, it's going to be really tough for Julie to catch up, so it's not looking likely that that'll happen, but stranger things have happened, so we'll see how it turns out.
Okay, Julie has finally gotten past flag 6, and we're now in flag 5. But it doesn't mean it's going to get any easier. It's only going to get harder, actually. Especially getting to the later form of some of these levels. My goodness. Yeah, I feel like
Zoa
this...
absolutely flying through this last section, clearing the water boost. Oh no, not clearing the water boost. Didn't get enough speed, but got that extra respawn point.
Oh no, Julie took a death pretty deep in the flag 5. This is kind of the same as, you know, with our vanilla BTAs, where you always got to be prepared for farewell, despite not guaranteeing making it to farewell, because you never know. And you don't want to get all the way to finals and then not be able to perform at the best of your ability.
Absolutely. It's a little bit of a gamble taking that preparation, but if you're in it for the win, you absolutely have to be prepared.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully Julie can...
Zoa now on flag 2, making it about halfway through the room before taking their first death on the flag.
Oh, no, Julie, no,
Zoa definitely
Julie.
seeming very well prepared for this match.
Yeah, you can see Zoa just bouncing along, just doing their thing. Which makes sense. We did see Zoa kind of dominate, especially earlier today in the first half of Red Division. So it seems like Zoa's been putting in a lot of practice. And that's the thing with, you know, when you join the BTA Discord, you see a lot of people, once we announce the tournament and the maps, there's people grinding day 1 right away, just to ensure that they have the best opportunity when the time of the tournament comes.
And
that can also be you.
I think we're going to see a pretty distinct difference when we get to the other division too, because there is a pretty wide split between these two divisions in the qualification times. So I'm really interested to see how things will play out differently in the actual event.
Right. There is when we were looking at a lot of the times, like you said, there was that giant split between people who have been grinding this since day one and then people who are not as familiar with the maps, but have at least tried them a little bit, you know?
For
Julie's
sure.
now in flag
And
4.
got a little bit of a visual issue here with the lava,
Yeah.
but it looks like Zoa's theoretically past that section.
Yeah, don't
So
think
maybe
too
there's a
hard about
little
the
bit of an
lava.
issue with the spectator mod. Making it through flag 1, and I think that's gonna lock in the results. Just need to get to the end and grab that heart.
No, Zoa, don't get eaten by the lava. Yeah, the lava was chasing them past the bounds of where they should have been going, so.
And Zoa takes the win.
Ooh, there we go. Just as quick as it started. Only about 7. How many minutes? I can't see the time through my visual display here. But that is pretty definitively a win for Zoa. Congratulations! Oh my goodness. That was tough. That seeing deaths bring you back to the beginning of the flag was rough, but Zoa managed to pull through. I do think, in the interest of time, Julie seems to be a little bit stuck on this one puzzle section. We might move on here in a second.
We do have a little bit of time before the next division, I believe.
All right, yeah, it'll be enough to give us a little bit of downtime, make preparations. Oh, wait. Did battling not give you trouble this time around?
No, this is a different kind of battle in the heart side that doesn't do all the camera nonsense.
Oh, that doesn't lock the camera in. Okay, I see. All right, yeah. So it looks like Julie does still have quite a ways to go if she wanted to make it all the way to the end here. Yeah, congrats to Zoa. Zoa's going to be able to move, or have the opportunity to move up into Yellow Division, as well as get a couple of subs out of it. So, you know, congrats to Zoa. It's not easy, not just speedrunning in an event like this, but also speedrunning in a modded event, especially. Zoa was so locked in. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. For plenty of the round. Ending with a total meter count of 4,400. That's pretty high. That's pretty solid. All right, let's see if Julie can make it to the next flag.
Julie seems pretty well prepared, and I believe the last section of this flag is a little bit more forgiving. Oh no, I just comms cursed. But the end of this flag is a little bit more forgiving than some of the other sections.
Cork, I can't believe you would do this.
Hey, you know what? The match has been decided, so if I'm gonna comms curse someone, that's the time.
Julie will never forgive you for this. It looks like Julie is grabbing something. I cannot see what it is, but it does seem to be making things trickier.
Yeah, part of that section of the flag involves carrying a crate with you, so you can hit the button later on.
I see. Okay. That does make sense. Ooh, we might be good here. Oh, and then we just gotta
As long
fall
as they don't
through.
choke the following section, and they have the respawn point.
Then funny little water boost. All the way to
Getting
the
it first try. Well, first and a half try.
My goodness. All right, let's see how fast she can get through this. We do have a little bit of extra time, and we want to just give her the chance to go as far as she can. And also, just go another round through the intermediate heart side and all the levels that the intermediate lobby offers. There's a lot of cool stuff here. You know, same way with every other lobby that we're not going to get to see in this tournament because there's just too many maps, and a lot of these maps are not, admittedly, not the best to showcase people's speedrunning prowess. But they're still fun nonetheless to even give a shot. Again, we need more people to push the modding community and all the cool stuff going on.
I wouldn't say they're not good maps to show speedrunning prowess. I think it just shows a different skill set than vanilla does. Because these levels are less optimized, there's less research into it, and people just haven't practiced them as much. So it's really a contest of how effectively have the runners been able to practice these levels since the time that they were announced, what, like 2 months ago?
Right. Yeah. No, they did have a short amount of time too to optimize this. We only give them about 2 months from the announcement of what mods we're going to be doing, and then, you know, their ability to practice them, because, you know, there's a lot of mods to choose from, so people can't get a jump start on them unless they already have the jump start, which you'll be placed in a higher division. All right, I think we should start wrapping up just to make sure that we get a couple of tech checks done. But again, congrats to Julie for making it all the way to finals. I think we're gonna do our typical spiel of hopping into the VC just to let them know, and start making arrangements for the next division coming up.
Absolutely, and it looks like we already have several of our yellow contestants already waiting in the VC.
There we go. Imagine being prepared, being ahead.
Very on top of it.
Hell yes. All right, so let us hop back in. I'm going to migrate over to... Actually, I think the music's cool here. I'm going to keep the music here. I'm going to change it to the single camera cork so that we can hop into the next VC, and then we'll start making arrangements for the next level, or the next division.
I'll allow it.
All right, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to press the button. There we go. All right. Let us hop into Red VC and see how they're doing.
Runners.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being a part of Red Division. This was very exciting to watch. Hopefully, my little ghost following some of you in spectator mode wasn't too much of a hassle. Maybe a little bit less of a hassle than me just dashing in your face.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Glad to get confirmation on that. But I will say, Zoa, I'm not sure if that's how to pronounce your name. Correct me if I'm wrong. But congratulations. Oh, awesome. Congratulations on making it to the finals and then getting the win in the end. It seemed like you had a pretty good head start, getting first place in a couple of the earlier rounds, and that was to your benefit. And I'm happy to announce that you get the opportunity to join us in Yellow Division if you would like, as well as a couple of gift subs that I'll reach out to you after stream about, that you can give to your favorite content creator, to whoever you want to receive those gift subs. So, will you accept the Yellow Division invite?
Yeah, sure. I'd like to try.
Oh, absolutely. Phenomenal. Hell yes. And also, Julie, you did fantastic. You had a fantastic run, especially toward, I think in the later half of the tournament, you were definitely making a run. And so congratulations on making it all the way to finals. You are still considered a finalist, which means that you still get an invite to the final tournament happening, the championship tournament happening in the winter time. But still, congrats on making it this far. It is still a very difficult, it was a very competitive division, to say the least. And hopefully I'll see all of you for the fall if you would like to join for whatever mods that might take place there. Anyone want to say anything fun or interesting or a fun fact or anything before we...
Not making me be awake.
Thank you so much. It was a blast. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
A reasonable-ish time tonight. 11 p.m.
Not for me. Oh no.
Yeah.
6 a.m.
Are you
We
still
do our
awake?
best.
Or
I'm
again?
I'm sorry that we have some people who are European or otherwise, or I guess not U.S. based. We do our best. If we started any
Yeah, we
earlier,
got
then anyone on the
great
West
there.
Coast is screwed.
Yeah, I got. It's okay. It happens.
Yeah.
Gotta pick a time.
But I appreciate y'all being here and showing up. Again, congrats to both Julie and Zoa for making it to the finals, and Zoa for joining us in Yellow Division. Hopefully this was fun. Hopefully this was entertaining. This is always a means to have fun. And we do our best around here to make sure that it's a pleasant experience. Even when Battlein decides to break everything unexpectedly in the first round. Whoops.
Sorry.
Yeah, I can't,
the
Ninja.
game
I
is
can't
the
believe
first
you would
level
choose
for
the
me,
map that single-handedly breaks the mod first try. Show to make it seem like we didn't actually play test this before using it. Unbelievable. Unforgivable. It's fine.
Thanks for the good excuse to bring collab.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to start getting preparations ready for Yellow Division. So again, thank you very much. I'm going to hop back into host VC. And I guess I'm not going to drag Cork with me because Cork is in the middle of something. But thank you all for coming. It really means a lot for you guys to submit your runs and actually participate in events like this and keep the events rolling. Because obviously we couldn't do it without y'all joining the event. And so it's cool to see BTA like have new people cycle in, and even like experienced runners in BTA cycle in all the time. So I think that's my whole spiel. I hope everyone has a great day. And Zoa, I will see you in Yellow Division very shortly.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I think you'll get the role for the Yellow VC very shortly if you haven't received it yet. But
I have it right now. So
Oh.
should I just join the yellow VC?
yeah, you can jump in the Yellow VC. We are going to have a little bit of an intermission before starting Yellow Division, but if you'd like to just hang out and chill until we get that started, then that is A-okay.
Okay. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Adios. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone. Have a good one.
Bye.
See you.
All right. I can't believe Maxwell would just... Wait, Dave, are you Cuban, or is there another reason that you have the Cuban flag on your mic? I am? Oh, wow, you can actually see it on camera. Yes, I am Cuban, actually. For reals. I was born in Cuba, actually. Same! Oh, what? Crazy. Why am I finding this out now? Holy. Oh, yeah, if no one knew. I am Cuban, and I was born in Cuba. And I understand Spanish, but I can't speak it. Blame my parents. It's their fault. My dad is Cuban and he's watching. Oh, hell yeah. Hello. Hello. From one Cuban to another. Welcome on in. Well, from one Cuban to two others. Welcome on in. All right. So, that is going to be a wrap on Red Division, but don't go anywhere. I mean, if you got to go to the bathroom, fine. I guess that's fine. You can go to the bathroom, but you're going to have to be back because we do have Yellow Division coming up very, very shortly. I do need my bathroom break. I need maybe a small snack. Just a little. I have some mochi waiting for me in the fridge. So, saludos para Cuba. Yeah. But we are going to be getting started very soon. As you can see, my Spanish is not very good, but we are going to get started very shortly. I think all of the orgs are organized and doing their thing. Let us see. I just need to check one little thing. Just let me look at my little okay. All right. So we are supposed to be starting very soon, but I think we're going to give everyone a little bit of time. Just a little bit of time to relax, get ready. And so I'm going to set the start time. Let me just do things. Doot. All right. And then let me get this ready. I hope Red Division was very fun. I hope Spectator Mod has been Good enough. I know we got our problems. We're gonna work them out as soon as we can. But hopefully everything has been, it seems like everything's been working pretty fine. I hope Spectator Mod is a more enjoyable experience for a lot of the viewers out there. I know that was a very heavily requested feature that came to a surprise when it came into fruition a couple of months ago. So I'm glad that that's something that we can actually make use of now. I was going to press buttons and I forgot what buttons to press. That's the button that I was going to press. And then I was going to press this button that lets me do this. And then I'm going to press this button that lets me do this. I will see you all very soon. All right, and we're back for Yellow Division. Even though the title doesn't say it, I'm gonna make it say it. Whoopsie. Always my bad. And we are met with a new commentator. I didn't even introduce Cork last time, but I guess Cork doesn't need much introduction. Cork's been around too. But also, I'm gonna introduce you, Seb, anyway, even though you've been around. Hello, Seb. Welcome on in.
Hey, how's it going? You miss me? You miss me, chat?
I'm sure you did, because Sev knows a lot of these mods like the back of their hand. Spring Collab too, right? Truly? Surely?
They know a fair bit of Spring Collab, yeah. It's been a while, but we got it. We got
Did
this.
you ever hold any world records in Spring Collab?
No.
Ah, okay. Okay. Figure I just
Unless you count, like, maps not having submissions and then being the only submission is having a world record, but that was, like, one situation.
Ah, okay. Okay. I mean, still. Fair enough. At least you have the experience, which is more than what I can say for my own experience with some of these mods. But anyway,
Fair enough.
we're going to be getting started real shortly. We're just making sure that everything is ready on the yellow VC side. All right. So we're going to have a little bit smaller division this time around, which is still not going to affect, I guess, depending on how long it takes for people to win the first round. That's always, you know, you're capped out at 800 meters per every win, unless you redeem yourself and get 1,000. But then at that point, you're probably still making up the difference. So it still takes at least 5 of these rounds in order to move on as a finalist. So we'll see how lucky people are, or I guess not lucky, how skillful people are in making that happen.
Full of luck and skill and blessings of the Spring Collab.
Yeah,
or something like that.
Full of blessings. Yup. Especially, I'm so mad about Battle breaking literally the first round. Besides, like, the real first round, you know? But, like, breaking the first round that, like, mattered more, I guess.
So I'm gonna
Unbelievable.
be real. I was asleep for the thing. What happened in specific? I did
Oh,
not
don't
see.
worry. Everything went perfectly fine. There was nothing wrong. Everything went exactly as planned.
Oh, perfect.
Just know that if we're playing the game, then things are going to look a little funny. But I will fix. I will fix. No worries.
Surely that won't become a problem in
No,
the hard side,
no.
right? Surely not.
Oh, so far we haven't had a problem in hard side. At least.
Okay.
We made it through a hard side. Yes, that was good. But it looks like all participants are aware and happy. And I'm assuming ready to go.
We'll find out. I think we'll find out.
But this is the exciting part. We got a couple. So yellow division. What's the difference between yellow and red division? Well, to start off, we got some world record holders. One of which, she has like 4 of them across all of the different maps that we are playing today. So she's going to be a force to be reckoned with. Nini, get ready. Go. Leave. You are a runner right now. You need to go. Why are you in chat? We have some goats. We sure do have some goats. So that doesn't mean that it's free. These maps, as we saw with the climber, are still very difficult, especially at a top level. So we don't want to make any assumptions here. World record holders still, if they mess up their strats, they mess up their strats, and then they will fall behind. So, you know, it's still going to be anyone's game, especially with how we've seen Zoa performing this time around. It's going to be very exciting to see how they measure up against the competition here. Whew. All right. I am also excited for what next BTA is going to hold. And if you want to be there with us for the next BTA and make it bigger and hyper leading up to the Winter Championship BTA, if you want your opportunity to be a champion and perform in the Championship BTA, because that one's not going to be open. The next one coming up in the fall is going to be the last one people can actually join and sign up for. If you want to be a part of that, then you need to join the Discord. You need to read the rules. You need to Just hang out, interact, and then be ready for us to drop the map list as well as the signups for said maps. Which I'll type in BTA Discord. There we go. Make sure you join. It doesn't matter what skill level you're at. We will accommodate. We will put you in the division that we feel like is best for you. And you will have the opportunity to practice said maps leading up to the event. So just join. Don't think too hard about it. If you like playing the video game, if you like mods, then this event is hopefully for you. If you're not competitive, okay, fine. You might get a pass on that one. But it's still fun. I hear people have a good experience with it. So, that being said, Sev, are you ready to jump in and start off with Yellow Division?
As ready as Freddy. As can be.
Well, I don't know who Freddy is, and I hope they're ready too, because we're moving on to the games feed where we have stream paused. Oh, yes. Okay, there we go. Wanted to make sure that it wasn't on my end. Alrighty, so same deal as before. We're starting with Seeker Temple. This is where everyone is going to just test out their times, face off against each other, and see who comes in first to be the first person to decide what map we're jumping into. We've only got 5 players this time around, but these 5 players are very good. Very, very good at the video game. So, still going to be a good match. We're in for some good gaming here. I think whenever Epic decides to just swing us into the maps, then we are at his whim.
Epic. It's all on you.
Epic, it's all on you. One sec. Oh no. Oh no. Everything's broken. I hope not, at least. That wouldn't be great. We don't need anything else breaking. Please, no one choose the game. That's all I ask.
Mech.
Did I ever hit done when I put up Yellow Division? I wonder.
Need to find a way to turn on the speed with the chat. I also need to charge my phone.
Oh, that's quite important too, yeah. Also, I want to give many thanks to Cork again. Thank you very much for being a commentator and like being a part of this. I meant to tell Cork to his face, but then he ran away. So couldn't say anything, but still, I'm very happy to have had Cork as a commentator. I'm very happy to have Sev here to join us here for Seeker Temple to kick things off.
There we go.
Oh, and already we can see Nini and Bricky being very close to one another. Oh my goodness. Wow, we saw that Nini use the top of that block in order to get a lot of momentum, to get a little bit more time ahead, and that's really where it's going to matter here, is at this higher level, it's going to be all about saving half a second, quarter of a second. It's no longer about like, hey, I mean, unless you take a death. If you take a death in Spring Collab, you're screwed either way. You're going to be back seconds. But
It's real short. It's already in the final room, and Nene showing all her practices, not gone to waste, and going to get the key for the final door.
And she's not even worried about the cycles.
Room. There it is.
Yep, there it is. Not even worried about the cycles. You saw that when you get the key, it does teleport you with the bubble, but she said that even that's not worth the time. She restarted, and then the retry actually brought her closer and faster to the end point than just taking the bubble. There we go. We got Zoa following up. Oh no, we had Bricky follow up 6 seconds behind, then Zoa, and now we got Maybe and Pie's Good. Oh, okay. There we go. That's what we're talking about. And that's already the first round. That's it. That's all she wrote. You know, we weren't kidding about speed, and now Nini's going to get to show off a little bit more here by kicking it off into whatever we're going. Oh. It's Nene. Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you've been told this multiple times, but...
Wait, haven't I been pronouncing her name Nene?
No.
I could have sworn... I could have sworn before this very stream, I was literally saying her name is Nene. I am distraught now. I'm so sorry.
You know, it happens. Names are difficult when you have to remember them.
I could have sworn.
We are going
I'm
into
sorry.
the climb first.
Oh
the
no,
staple-
not the climb.
The staple classic of Spring Collab, I think.
Literally, we already went through this, but we're gonna see her demolish this run. I saw Nene literally streaming yesterday, and she was just killing it, absolutely ruining this this level. You're gonna see a lot of the strats that people were struggling with. I mean, she's just gonna kind of cruise along and go, all right.
Yeah, it's just like she's kind of breaks away from the rest of the pack. Just like you can see all of the movement you can do in this map. It's like it's crazy.
Remember we were talking about world record holders? Nene may or may not have the world record in this one. So we'll see her just kind of know what routes to go through. She's just so fast. Like she just does these midair supers with no qualms, no nothing.
Pretty solid lead ahead of GVST, who just overtook Pi because of a death, followed by Bricky, also Pi dying again, and then Zoa will be bringing up the rear. But and Nene almost done here.
You can see that other players were struggling to get up that left side because you need to do a corner kick, like a really tight corner kick after doing the wall bounce and wall kick, which does get you high enough to actually make it through. So Nene, oh my god, I have been fucking up. And then I just cursed. Wow. Okay.
Professional stream chat.
Yeah,
Professional
words. This is why I don't commentate for GDQ. This is why I don't host for GDQ. But we can see that Bricky seemed to be ahead for a little bit, but maybe GVST has caught up and finished in second. My goodness, 118 is incredible. I think that's only like 10 seconds behind the her world record. And now we got Pi's
pretty
good.
Close up here into third place though.
Yep, cruising along, and now it's just Bricky and Zoa. Which we did see Zoa struggling a little bit last time in the climb. So we're expected to see that. Oh, and Bricky does finish it up. GVST PB'd? Oh, let's go. Oh my goodness.
Nice.
I love seeing PBs at BTAs.
Is that gonna be a call it from Zoa? I think that might be a call it.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a call from Zoa, unfortunately. The nerves, Bricky, you still perform. 2 minutes and 19 seconds in this rough level is still pretty good from what we've seen. All right, so that's gonna put Nene ahead with the most meters so far, and let's see who's gonna get the random pick first. And I hope that that's the last time we ever see the climb.
Nonsense. See it again. You're gonna choose it again because it's so fun.
Oh yeah. Yes, because the rules will allow such thing to happen. Bricky pick? All right, we got Bricky picking.
Oh, Bricky's got the sheet. Bricky's got the calculations coming out for the pick. The mathematically most probable pick for them to win. Clearly, that's definitely what's happening.
True. Bricky's got all the calculations in front of them. We ball take 2. Cirque Moderano!
Moderano.
This is probably my
Map is awesome.
favorite, one of my favorite maps out of Spring Collab. I'm gonna be honest. I love this silly circus map.
This map is really cool as a speedrun. One of the few maps I really got super into when running beginner lobby all that time ago. It's a really good map.
I feel like it just lends itself well to being sped run, speed ran, sped ran.
Speed ran is the right one.
Speed ran? Is that the correct one? Doesn't feel right. Anyway, we do have this one is just. Oh, he was gonna go under. You can go under.
I have not seen a strat about going under, but perhaps something new has been found in developments.
I would not be surprised. It looks like you could, but it's gonna be a tough upright. All right, but we do see Nene pulling ahead.
Getting all of the good cycles.
Oh
Pi
no!
coming up here in second.
That was
Oh,
a death.
big death. This level is one of the few in Spring Collab where deaths are very punishing.
Yeah, especially anytime there's cycle gameplay involved. There's always, you know, it's rough to take a death.
That's just kind of the dynamic with the Spring Collab mentality in general. The rooms, there may be only 5 rooms per map, but some of them are real short, and some of them, like this one, are real long, with very few checkpoints in between.
Oh yeah,
So
100%.
anything can swing the pendulum.
Oh, but she's just cruising. As you can see, there is a little bit of a open-endedness to how the level's supposed to be run, which makes it, in my opinion, even better to speed run. It's not really like guided gameplay. You have a little bit of freedom mobility, and then you have this really messed up looking snake thing.
Yeah, this room is awesome.
Oh, see, that's quite a silly death. You kind of just have to wait, but when you're trying to go fast, then obviously it's gonna cause a problem. But there it is. She has finished up quite ahead of the rest of the competition, actually.
GVST here entering the final section.
I think we should have
Good
put.
isn't not too far behind, but if anything devastating happens,
I think we should have put Nene up in her own division against. I think their name is Taz, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, that's crazy.
Crazy. Maybe wrapping it up. Oh, now we're back to Bricky.
Oh, Ricky making a bit of a surprise comeback here. They were like neck and neck with Pies Good for a little bit.
Yep, let's check in on Pie's Good. Oh, Pie's
Did
Good
break
checking
out
up on
ahead.
me. Just coming back, just finishing up. And that does leave Zoa, our red division winner. I mean, Zoa, I was gonna give you the opportunity to wrap it up here, but fair enough. They were all the way at the end already. I was just gonna give them the opportunity. Alrighty. I love that map. That is one of my favorite maps. Like one of my favorite.
It's
modded
such a
maps.
good map.
Such a good map. Nene is now pulling ahead really far. Just after 2 matches, she's all the way up to, what is it, 1600? Yeah, 1600. That is quite a lead to start taking early on. After 3 more wins, she's good. She's golden. Takes it. Nene wins. Nene. Oh my god. What is wrong with me? Nene wins the spin. Oh my goodness. Wait. Oh. Because Nene won the first match too. That's how she got to choose the climb. Well, at least she can't choose the climb twice.
Unless
The climb 2 somehow different by name. That is how that works, Dave. Hey!
water and ice.
Water and ice. Ooh, wait. No, this is not the one that I'm thinking of. There's a funny skip in a similarly named level. But this is not the one.
This is the funny water boost level.
This is the funny water boost level. So I have also seen Nene run away with this level, so we'll see how she does. But this is sure to be exciting. I do wish I could click the switches as well, just to follow people. But you know, it'd be how it'd be. As long
I think the debug map for this level kind of gets it perfect. If I'm gonna be real. It's kind of all encompassing.
Oh, fair, fair. You can see where people are able to land. All right, Nene, all the way very ahead.
It's just the big Newman background tiles just in the final room.
Yeah, it's a very short map, except for, you know, all of the crazy hopping around and water shenanigans you gotta do. All right, there she is. God, really just leading the pack here.
I will say, I think in Spring Collab compared to Strawberry Jam, I am kind of glad that we have this spectator mod so that I can see, like, you know, very clearly who's in front via your name tag, because the routing in some of these rooms, I could not tell from the debug map at a glance.
Yeah, I mean, it does break the moment. Like, if a room is too long, it doesn't track the leader by room, but at least, or by like, parts of a room, it only tracks, like, the total room count, but it still gives a rough idea as to who's in the lead.
And here begins the water boosts. You know,
Ooh, we might see something extra special if Nene's able to pull off, like, the really fast boost here. Okay, just the regular boost. That's fine. Oh, actually able to skip all the water. That's a good boost there. Hell yeah, and she's able to wrap it up again. Coming in first.
really good.
My goodness. Now we have Bricky and maybe GVST trying to catch up.
GVST just hit the final section. We'll get the boost with a bit more speed than NA did.
Yeah, that seemed to be a lot faster, even just catching the tail end of that. Now Bricky's in the last section.
Oh, Pie's good is hitting it now.
Oh,
This must be what you meant by the spectator mod doing its thing.
yes, exactly. All right, Pie's good is going to wrap it up here. Oh, just barely making it. That's good.
Followed
And
closely
Bricky
by
also making
Bricky and Zoa. Zoa could take over with a little bit of speed.
Whoa!
Oh, just
Oh my
barely not.
god!
That
Oh
was
wow,
close,
that
though.
just over a second off from one another. Wow, Zoa really. Oh wow, that was really close. Zoa said, "I'm not done yet." Good attempt. Good attempt. So being within a second, that's intense. I do like how that final water like run through almost feels it almost feels like the Olympics, you know, where you kind of just, depending on how good you spam all your jumps and, you know, do your water ultra or whatever you want to call it, then it's I don't know, it's like the long jump of Celeste.
I can kind of see that actually.
GVST wins the spin. Sounds like GVST is gonna get the next pick at their chance to try to pass Nene. Because right now she is kind of crushing it a little bit. She only needs 2 more wins to solidify her spot, and then it looks like maybe is the only other person who's like especially close. Maybe
Overgrown City.
this is actually perfect timing, because if maybe can manage to win this run, then they only need 1 more level in order to solidify a position in the similar regard to Nene. The Overgrown City is the only other level we have from the advanced lobby, so we'll get to see a little bit tougher gaming here, which also means more deaths.
Debug map for this is really small.
Oh yeah, no, it's very
They did-
tight.
I have all 5 rooms just immediately as I open the map. It's crazy.
Ooh, this has some banger music too. There's a lot of good tracks in Sprinkle Lab. Oh, this is intermediate. I'm sorry. Oh, I got my levels mixed up. Oh no.
pretty close. Freaking not too far ahead. A mistake from Nene could possibly spell Nene not winning, but
Okay,
there it
well,
is.
the level's done.
Very tight, very fast level.
Unfortunately, maybe did not get the buff from getting to choose their level, but that is going to put Nene into past the threshold, and all she has to do is win one more time, which I think given the last couple of rounds, she doesn't really have a problem doing.
This is where Nene begins to fold under pressure. I'm manifesting it as biased commentary. Nene is going to lose her spot in the finals
Yeah!
with this next map pick for
Yeah,
the dramatic effect.
No way Nene takes the next one.
No pressure, Nene.
Oh, actually, we only have one more person who gets to choose this time around, right? I think it's Zoa. I don't think Zoa's gotten the chance to choose. Or Pie's good. I've already lost track. I'm very good at this. Zoa wins the spin. Okay, so it was up to chance. Also, Lily raided a little while ago. I said a little while ago. It was 42 minutes ago. I'm so sorry to get to this now, but thank you so much for the raid. Appreciate it. And now we got Zoa. Thoughtful dreams. You were talking about this. Or someone was talking about this a little while ago. This one should be exciting. Zoa, you got this. I believe in you.
This one, I really like this one. As a combination,
Oh!
just like purely mechanically, just as a combination of dream blocks and core mechanics, I really like this one.
We're good.
Oh.
Nothing happened. All right. Oh, wait, this is the funny level. I misspoke earlier when I was talking about a funny level that has a funny little way with how it works. Just keep your eyes peeled because there's a lot to this level unless... Oh, and Nene does fail it the first time. Oh!
Okay, wait. Oh no, GVST almost had the snipe.
Oh, maybe GVST almost took it away. Unfortunately, that does mean... I don't want to say unfortunately, but that does mean Nene does get the win and will be our first finalist here. Wow, but you saw how close that was. You saw that. And it looks like everyone took that shortcut because everyone did it in sub-minute because the alternative route is to go like the other way and then do a bunch of things. But Nene is going to secure a spot in finals. What a sweep from I mean, like I said, she is the world record holder at a couple of these levels, so whoops. But that first death almost did cost her.
Has been close this whole time.
Zoa not last. Zoa's really staying in there with the competition. Nene's obviously just like, if we had a crack division or something, then Nene would probably be in that higher division, you know? For what it's looking like here. All right, but we do have one more person to choose the next level, and that does mean Nene no longer can just sit back. She can just sit back, wait for the final round to start. What a privilege. Everworld record on the climb, water and ice, Madalena Jones, Overgrown City. Oh, and we didn't even get to Madalena Jones. My goodness.
Satellite.
Oh, back to Satellite. Alrighty.
This one's a banger. I ran the ARB version of this level, not the standard version, but this level was fun. A lot more skips for a vertical map than you think there would be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's see if we can observe them. Last time it was a little bit jumbled with all the players. Maybe we have a few less players so that we can see a little bit more of the skips.
Also, banger music. Shout outs to Spady by Beefy Uncle. I'm pretty sure. Surely I'm not getting that wrong.
Beefy Uncle sure is a name of all time.
If I'm getting that wrong, then mods, put me in Guam or something.
Ooh, okay, so it looks like no one went for the little tiny... You could do a little climb jump on the corner there in order to skip getting that double dash crystal, but it's okay. It's fine. Let's see, it seems like Pie's Good is pulling ahead.
There's a lot of circling around in this map. Well, Zoa will take a death at the near end of the room. That's tragic.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, it is very impressive to make a vertical... It is a daunting task to make a vertical... create a vertical map. Make it fun. But I think this does a very good job at keeping that. Or making that happen.
I going for something there, but Ricky and GVST also kind of taking up the head of the spear, and everyone's kind of just dying. It's kind of just going back and forth right now, but at the end of it all, it seems like Pie's Good will secure the spot ahead.
Ooh, does Pie's Good already have enough points? No, not yet. But that does prevent the others from securing their spot. So we are going for another round. Keeping it close, keeping it tight. That does, unfortunately... Oh, actually, fortunately, for Pie's Good, that puts them at exactly 2,500 with those 800 points. Or 800 meters. So, Pie's Good going to be eligible if they can win their next round, but we have a lot of people eligible to win the next round. So, Ricky, maybe, and Pie's Good all have the opportunity if any of them win, which just, you know what that means? That means that Zoa just needs to pull through and win every single match. Just get ahead and be able to just unleash the beast,
Time to be a god slayer.
Yep.
Zoa, you know what to do.
You know what to do. Yep. You got all the help you need. Wink. Pie's Good wins the spin. Ooh. Ooh. Just make my life easy and don't choose the game. That's all I request. Oh, hell yes.
Or Summit.
Stratcore Summit. Wonderful. No, this is a great pick. And we haven't seen this pick yet. So this is also very cool. It is a simple Summit-like.
This map's kind of big, I'm not going to lie.
True. I mean, we have 8 flags to go through, despite it being only 5 rooms, which is interesting. Ooh, Bricky pulling ahead here.
Oh. Zoa keeping next pace, but we'll take a death.
Keeping the competition
Ricky breaks
there.
away.
So this is interesting because this is kind of like a little bit guided. You can see that there is really one way to get past a lot of this, but that doesn't mean it's easy. Like you have to hit these timings. You have to hit these wall bounces and wave dashes exactly where they're intended to be done. And so if you mess up somewhere, then you are going to have a rough time. It is very 7C. It feels like a good extension of 7C, honestly.
7C B-side.
7C B-side. I think they just call that the D-side.
No, D-sides, like the reference from Average Imposter. Oh, huge death from Bricky.
Yeah, that's going to actually give Pie's Good a big opening here. We can see that Pie's Good is nearing the end towards flag 1. Ooh! That climb jump was very scary. Very, very scary. Oh, flag 0. Huh, interesting. Let's see, flag -1. Yep.
Not even just the flag 0. There is a -1, but that's
there is a flag
funny
-1
bonus.
And that does mean Pie's Good takes the win. Unfortunately, Bricky had the lead for a long time there. But that one... taking another death towards the end. So unfortunately, I do think this will mean that... I keep saying unfortunately. It's not unfortunate for Pie's Good. They're going to be moving on to become a finalist. Crazy
Oh.
comeback.
A real high-class bout from the yellow division here.
Mm-hmm. No, this was a great showing with the yellow division. A lot of high quality speed running that we've seen.
That final room was really kind of the great equalizer here, and you know it did come down to the wire at the end of it all. So well played, everyone.
Yeah, it makes it really tough with these super duper long rooms. But we have Zoa wrapping it up, but because of that win from Pie's Good, we are going to be moving on to the championship round. It's going to be Nene versus Pie's Good.
And the
Nice.
intermediate heart side.
Intermediate heart side. All right. Hop back in. All right. Everyone who was part of Yellow Division, thank you so much for being a part of this and facing off with one another. That was quite intense, honestly, seeing everyone. It's always intense seeing people that are way too fast at this game being way too good at this game and just letting it rip. But we are moving on to Nene and Pie's Good to wrap everything up. I just have to make sure things are fixed. Please don't start the next match. Give me 1 second. There's one silly little thing that likes to break when I do this. So just give me a second.
Oh yeah, wait, I have to enable spectator mod.
You
Wait,
sure do
wait,
have to
hold
enable
on.
spectator mod. Yep.
All right, so surely it's not gonna break, right?
Yeah.
guys?
Yeah, just give me 1 second to do a little bit of shenanigans, you might call it.
Okay, who am I following? Am I following Nene or am I following Pie's Good?
Either or is okay. I would say follow. I can follow Nene if you want to follow Pie's Good.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Let me just do a couple of fixes here.
This is my first time using the mod, so I will probably just be live reacting to how the mod works in complete.
Oh, true. You haven't gotten to experience the mod. It's I mean, it's a lot similar to just looking at the debug map. I will say. All right. With that, this is going to be the end. We only have these 2 divisions today, but it wasn't with a lack of entertainment, I hope. Everyone, thank you for being here. Thank you for coming by. We have these 2 finalists, Nene and Pie's Good, duking it out for the top division here. And hopefully we get some of you to join the Discord, hang out a little bit. I'll give my spiel later. We don't gotta deal with the goodbyes just yet. Right now, let's see Nene and Pie's Good kill intermediate Heartside. Now. Oh,
There we
go. Good timing. All right, let me follow Nene. Here we go. So, this is gonna be fun. You thought Intermediate Heartside was pretty cool and experienced by our last finalists. We've got some interesting strats and movement here that I'm very excited to see.
So I'm kind of just stuck at the start of the level.
Oh, did you set up your keybinds?
I did. I tried switching to Pie's Good.
Okay, you have
Staying the
to
leader
press
is
switch to
epic.
target. Yeah, so you have a switch to target keybind. You got to press that as well.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Sorry, chat.
So we see
Switch to
Nene
target.
really pulling ahead. I'll switch over to Pie's Good and see how they're doing. They're following suit. Oh, and looks like Sev is caught up. Wonderful.
Why am I following David?
Oh yeah, you don't
There
want to
we
be
go.
following me.
It just auto defaulted to following Mr. Man.
Mr. Man.
whatever.
Wonderful. Thanks. Quality description. All right. As you can see, Nene's already zoomed pretty far ahead in the intermediate heart side.
Oh, okay, I see.
He's already gotten to flag 4. This was the one that we saw Julie stuck in for a little bit in the last division.
Oh, this flag is a long flag that I just died on.
Oh, it's a very long flag, yeah. Our finalists last time were struggling a little bit in that flag, too. Ooh, look at that. And just like that, Nene has managed to pull through. And now we're getting past the battling. Ooh, doing a little shortcut. Didn't even need the bumper there. Just decided to skip the bumper. Now at this point...
Ooh. Hey, this flag is so long. There's like 4 mini sections. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's rough. If Nene takes a death, she's going to be behind. By a lot. Oh, Nene's doing some sort of pause buffering. I'm not sure what she's got up her sleeve. I think she's trying to avoid some sort of trigger. Or maybe... No! Oh my goodness! That was the massive death we were afraid of. DTS! Oh! Okay, so that's a fun little detail here. So you can see that we only have 1 dash for most of this run, but we do acquire 2 dashes later in one of the sections, which means that there is a dash trigger that she can skip. Whoa, DTS.
2 dashes.
Yeah, so it's gonna allow her to keep 2 dashes going into the next room, only if she's able to do it this next time and not fall too behind to... Oh, actually, she's still ahead of... I didn't realize how far ahead she was of Pie's Good.
Yeah, Pi was stuck on flag 5 for a while. But we'll get through the claustrophobic flag.
Whoa!
On to flag
All
3
right.
now.
All right, and we're at flag 2, and Nene's got the 2 dashes that she needs. Let's see how she decides to use them. So here, you're not supposed to have 2 dashes. Love dash trigger skip. Ooh, all right, just zooming along.
Pi dying at the very end of the flooded waterway is part of flag 3.
Ooh, so we got 1 demo. We have 2 demos. And then Nene's GG19. GG19? All right, what's she up to now? Okay, so she got a delayed ultra into another one? Another delayed ultra. That's going to give her a lot of speed. Oh, to make it to this strange piece of ground, get another demo, and skip the entirety of the next flags.
Wow.
That's it. She's in the last section.
Realist intermediate hard side skip of all time.
That is the most insane skip I've ever seen. So those corner boosts, they are corner boosts, but when you downright with speed into a corner boost like that, you do... I'm not the best at explaining this, but it's called a delayed ultra, so it does add to your speed, and then the next jump you can add more speed onto that, I think, is how that works. Anyone better than me at the game can probably explain it a little bit better. But
That's sort of how it works. It's really strange, but that's the general gist of how it works, yeah.
Yeah, you're doing a downright. You have speed. You're doing a downright into a corner boost, but like you're mounting speed up.
The main thing about delayed ultras is that you get a speed boost when you land on the ground after doing down diagonals, and so the delayed part is landing on the ground after interrupting your dash, but like before it ends. So the corner boost gives you speed, and then landing on the ground after the corner boost also gives you speed.
Yeah,
so
so the corner boost,
the ultra speed.
The corner boost interrupts that dash, so that, yeah, like you said, you delay it until you hit you can press jump again. But this is everything that we missed because of that skip. Is this whole round, which I would switch somewhere else, but I don't think there's anywhere else I can really switch to. We're just gonna get 2 views of Pie's Good here at the end.
It's okay, it's cinema.
It's
Double the intermediate hard side, double the fun.
Double the fun. I can follow Sev while Sev follows Pie's Good. So you can
You're
see
too kind.
We skipped a lot of sections here. We skipped that fire section, skipped this falling section, and now we're here where Nene ended up. That skip only saves like 5. I guess after all the pausing and setup, I'm not surprised that it only saves. I mean, 5 seconds is still pretty good. That's still time save.
That's quite a lot.
Thank you for the explanation, though, Gamer Shark. That is a consistent way to talk about it too. And with that, Nene has solidified her win as the Yellow Division champion. Oh my goodness, and doing it in style too. That was incredible. I love to see that, especially seeing delayed ultras. That is not a very common occurrence in the video game. Delayed ultras are very hard to execute. Obviously, if you pause buffer them, then you have a higher odds of hitting it, but still quite difficult to do and not lose too much time over. Woo! All right.
Well played, Nene. Well played, all. That was quite the riveting, quite the riveting set of levels. Even if they were pretty fast, that was still fun to watch.
Kind of
Well played.
expected that, yeah. I only expected it so far as in there's only 5 rooms per level, but Nene makes it even faster to just do everything that she does. So it was very incredible to watch, but also congrats to Piesgood to making it this far. There was a lot of competition, a lot of people passed that threshold, and they managed to be able to come out on top over those as well. So both Piesgood and Nene will be able to. Well, they've gotten the finalist role, of course, to be able to join us for the championship BTA happening in the winter. But before that, we have one more BTA that we're going to talk about in a little bit. I mean, we don't have much to talk about. There's another BTA. But at the very least, we can go and talk to our competitors in Yellow VC to kind of wrap things up here. If you do not mind me visiting me over there, Sev.
Sure.
Alrighty, let's hop over there. Hello?
Hello.
Nene, I'm so sorry. I thought I was saying your name correctly this whole time.
You're all good. We were laughing about it because I kept unmuting. So we were just laughing about it.
I could have sworn that like in previous streams and everything, I have said it correctly, but now I have to do like a sanity check and go back and go, oh, I'm just a moron.
Nah, you're all good. You're all good. Don't worry about it.
But congrats, you sure do play Spring Collab, and you sure do have world records in some of these levels, and you sure do make it look like you have the world record in some of these levels.
Yeah, I mean, the main reason I was able to do so good is because this was kind of the only thing I streamed for the past like 2.5 weeks, and I think I have like 45 hours extra on Spring Collab from this. So I did spend a fair amount of time. So that definitely shows.
I mean, I guess that's kind of the point.
The practicer.
Yeah, I did practice a little bit, yeah.
I mean, you heard it here, folks. First, if you practice the game, you get better at the game. It's kind of crazy thing here.
Oh, that's crazy.
Whoa.
Wild.
I mean, you got a lot of these world records fairly recently too, right?
Yeah, no, and because yeah, I only started learning like 3 weeks ago max. But it's also really fun because even like you said earlier, Vanilla's way. But like even this compared to SJ is still much more optimized than. So it was really fun just finding some strats like no one found, like even excluding the stupid stuff at the end of intermediate hard side. Like just some like I the climb, no, a bunch of people had a bunch of different strats in the top runs submitted, so I kind of just merged the fastest stuff together and was just able to pull off a clean run. So it's really fun labbing stuff. Like, so if anyone like wants to just speedrun and try to learn stuff on your own, either do vanilla and don't look at other strats, just try to find stuff on your like less popular mods. It's actually really fun.
Yeah, as someone who's also been dabbling in the modded scene a little bit with the D sides, being able to construct some of the strats in the very beginning, and especially even like comparing against other people's and being able to merge some of those strats, it is different from just going, okay, these are the strats everyone uses, let me just use them. It makes it a lot more fun to speedrun the game. You get to be a little bit creative with it, especially in all these mods that are pretty underexplored, admittedly, as far from a speedrunning perspective.
100%.
So like, hopefully we get more people to join in and do that kind of stuff, especially for when fall BTA comes around, because whatever maps we have then, hopefully Nene, you might end up getting a couple of more world records if you decide to join us there as well.
Yeah, I think whatever you guys choose, everyone's gonna have a decent shot at getting some world records because you guys already picked the 2 mods that are like most popular for speedrunning that you would choose. Obviously, D-Sides is up there, but there's not enough easier stuff that I don't think you guys are gonna choose that.
I don't know if D-Sides are going to be on the table.
Like, my guess is either Breeze contest or Angle.
I don't want to sit here for hours to see people
that's
get
fair,
through
that's fair.
1D.
Yeah. No, yeah, I'm excited. I'll definitely play in that, and I hope everyone else, if they can, joins that as well.
And Pie's good. Congrats on making it all the way this far. You were in pretty tight competition the whole time, but you managed to squeeze out a first place win after qualifying with getting enough meters.
Yeah, I was really happy to finally show off my skills in the type of levels that I thought I was good at, which is the satellite and Stratcore Summit. I thought it was a good redemption arc, at least.
Did you know about the end strat with that Nene pulled off with the just breaking the map, or were you just like, no, I'm gonna stay willingly oblivious to that?
Was that an intermediate art side?
Yes, intermediate hard side, yeah.
I'm still clueless as to what it is, so I guess willfully ignorant.
I think you should give it a look because it is very cool. She did kind of risk it all for DTS towards the end, and almost gave you an opening there, but she did manage to pull through. Still making it.
I saw her like pause and unpause like 5 billion times.
Oh yeah.
When it was going on.
Yeah. No, yeah, and surprisingly, the harder part, if you know how to pause buffer consistently, is not in flag 1. It is getting the DTS. Because it is very like precise to smuggle the 2 dashes down and then just skip the double dash trigger. Like that is the harder part, surprisingly. In the
Yeah, I gotta go
Makes
in
sense.
with the task tools or whatever and just see where the borders are, because I'm very curious as to how that trigger is able to be avoided based on the way that you were doing it.
Yeah, it's only a 7 pixel gap between the top of the set dash trigger and the wall, so you only have 2 pixels to demo under. And the thing is, if you're 1 pixel too low and do the dash, there's a change reset, so you just can't try it again. That's why I retried immediately, because I missed a pause buffer. And I was just like, no, I want to hit this, even though I kind of knew flag 1. But the skip at the end of flag 2 to get down there, that you can do with 1 dash and is faster, because if you retry instead of going down to the name, get put at the second section of flag 1 and it saves like 5 seconds.
Oh,
So you
okay.
skip the entire Haunted Caverns, which is really
That sounds really
that because GVST found that, just posted in mod strats, sent me that. I'm like, oh, let me try this, and then I just tried random shit from the names to see if I got the speed, and then I saw the tasks needed DTS. So that's just kind of how the whole thing came to happen. So I'm glad I'm glad GVST sent me that strat, because it wouldn't have never happened without them.
Very cool
Oh yeah,
stuff.
GBST.
It's fun to see this mod being innovated after so long.
Yeah, it is. It is older. Did it come out before? I think it came out in 2020, right?
September
Like,
2020, yeah, almost
September
the 5-year
2020.
anniversary.
Yeah, so that's like 5 months before I came into the game. So it's been around for a while, and seeing new world records and everything being made in some of these levels, like, it's very exciting to see. And I'm happy to foster a tournament that allows for said grind and said speed running to be worthwhile and to push the boundaries of levels like this. But I think with that being said, Nene, you do get the opportunity. No, you don't get the opportunity. I'm sorry. To move up into a next division. There is no next division.
Can I just go play on my own division real quick? Can we keep going?
Seeing your performance today, I don't know if
opportunity
you'll
is
ever
closed.
get the opportunity to move up and know how, because you'll probably just be at the top anyway.
I mean, Dave,
but you
the tournament is called Better Than Average. I should play against you. You're average. You're average imposter.
Anyway, everyone,
The average
goodbye.
division.
So what I will
So
say
true.
is that you do get a couple of gift subs to a creator of your choosing, which I will reach out to you about and let you know
Alright.
how many that will be. But yeah, you'll get to choose some people that you get to gift subs to and for whom they are gifted to. And You also, actually, both you and Pie's Good have an invite, like I said, to the Winter Championship when that rolls around in just, I don't know, it's a couple of months. There's math there involved. But
Like 6 or something. 6 or 7.
it'll probably be a little, it's probably going to be late into winter. I mean, look, we're doing summer BTA in August. So we're going to be doing fall BTA. We'll see. We'll see. Those are things to be announced. But I do want to say thank you all so much for being here and attending this event and being part of Yellow Division. It just means a lot to have a lot of people signing up for this. And we're like 3 years going with BTAs, which is kind of insane and really cool to see people still have a vested interest in attending this tournament and be a part of this event.
Yeah, thank you for hosting it. It's an awesome
Yep,
event.
of course. Yeah, I think that's about it. If anyone wants anything else to say, then say it now before Seven I jump back into the host VC. All right, I'll take that as a no. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Yeah, supplies good. Goodbye.
Thanks.
All right, and with that concludes another BTA. The summer BTA has come to an end. Everyone, thank you so much for being here and coming by. Sev, you got anything left to say?
I gotta say it's very cool to still be doing all this stuff, and I know I've been kind of not as locked into Celeste specifically as, you know, I want to be. Life gets in the way and also distractions, but as a whole, it's nice to circle back to these things and I still see what people are up to, and reminds me of the good old days. You know, it's a very fun feeling being able to be here still. So, thank you, Dave, for your continual efforts to make this happen and do your thing, and all the stuff going on with the team in general in the background, all the other organizers, shout out to Sky, Cork, Epic, and all the participants for still holding the hype. They're all very cool.
Thank you. Trying to do our best. And I see that Cork has also joined in. You want to say something, Cork?
You know, I think you two have covered it pretty well. I want to reinforce the thanks for Epic, who hasn't been on screen during this event, but has been doing an excellent job of keeping things running in the background and working with the runners.
Yeah, oh my goodness. Literally, like, all the updates to, like, the widgets and everything, those are not automatic. That's Epic just working in the background, especially, like, making sure the runners are ready to go before we get started. So Cork's exactly right. Like, Epic kept all of the tech things alive. And I'm very happy to have Cork, both you and Sev. Thank you so much for being a part of commentating this. It makes it a lot more fun to commentate rather than just by myself. And despite Sky not being able to make it to this BTA, she's kind of doing her own thing, worried about her own IRL stuff. But she's still a huge part about what BTA is, how it started, what it came to be. And a lot of the tech that she's kind of implemented into BTA is obviously something that really helps everything run smoothly. On top of the H2H mod by Cork, literally could not run these events in a single day if it wasn't for that mod. That's quite the biggest lifesaver ever. And the Spectator mod by Syrian02, who in the last couple of months was just like, sounds like you need a Spectator mod, and no one's done it. I'm gonna give it a shot. And then just gave it a shot, and then it worked. And it works
Crazy.
pretty well. You know, all things considered, Battlein, of course Battlein would break it, and of course it'd be the first map that we run. But that being said, it saves a lot of headaches on my part. I don't have to go out of my way to dash in front of these people and make like a big ruckus. It seems like it helps the runners focus without someone dashing about making a ruckus. Shout outs to Better Than Dave. Yeah, the mod is called Better Than Dave. I did not make it that. It's a funny name. I did not call it that. I wonder who did. I hope that
might get changed.
Yeah, it might. I think for clarity's sake, maybe it should be changed. But it is funny that we can keep the BTA version called Better Than Dave if people so choose.
Next beta update, it'll be much better than Dave. Trust.
Oh. Give me a break. I mean, my life became so much easier just being able to yap and not have to touch it. Besides, obviously battling breaking the thing. It still made it a lot easier to do this. So hopefully for the viewers out there, if this was a better experience, we are going to be putting out a form to gain feedback from this event, from the runners and the viewers. So make sure to join, again, BTA Discord. Join the Discord. That's where we're going to have all of our updates for future BTAs. That's where we're going to put out the feedback form. That's where we have matches taking place. We have a matchmaking role where people get to play head-to-head and just play whatever they want and hang out. We just have other channels for you to hang out. It's a pretty lively community in there. So hopefully you get to join, be a part of the fall BTA coming up. We'll have more news on that as the weeks come by. We'll, go ahead and announce like what collab we're doing and all that stuff. So hopefully you'll join us, and then we'll make this a big shebang.
Yeah, as a first time using a spectator mod, like it's very cool. It's really nice. Like how simple it is. Doing the thing that I tried to do last time. Like I understand how Dave feels in all seriousness when it comes to trying to keep up with runners and maps you're either less fluent in or otherwise just have never actually tried to practice properly. It was a bit of work on our end to make that smooth, and the spectator mod has alleviated a great amount of pain and work in terms of having to rehearse that. So thank you, Sirion. That is very cool. I'm very excited to where this mod goes in the future.
Very excited. I think with a couple of bug fixes and a couple of changes here and there, I think it already pulled in so much work, or pulled so much work for this experience, and we'll see how it continues to help. Yeah, crazy. Literally, this happened in the last 2 months. So I'm over the moon because I was already getting geared up for all right, what levels we're doing. All right, how am I going to prepare to do these levels? It's a lot. But yeah, I think that's kind of everything. If no one's else got anything to say, then I just need a raid target, and we're going to be shipping this stream over to someone. Someone's streaming. Someone's got to be playing Celeste, right?
I see Exo, I see Kezeron, I see Average Imposter.
That sure is me, yeah. I was debating on
we could raid Average Imposter.
Oh, wow! Why didn't I think of that? My butt hurts. I'm not streaming anymore today.
Average.
Let's raid Average Imposter. No. I need a raid target!
Probably Kezeron.
Yeah, I was thinking Kezeron too. I was hoping someone would be playing, what's called Spring Collab. But I suppose not. All right, let us raid Kezeron. Let me see. Where is the funny raid
Most of the
button?
speedrunners are going to be doing either any percent, because that's still kind of the hit thing among top runners, or practicing for the Celeste Community All Hearts tournament coming up in the start of September. If you like vanilla, but you like more than any percent, if you like hearts, hearts like the BTA thing, that's a thing we do with all our divisions. There are hearts in Celeste, if you didn't know.
Whoa!
And they're going to be collecting all of them in September in a huge tournament. So you should check that out.
That is a good shout out. Yes, All Hearts is another great category. Again, just speed run the video game. Play the speed. If you want to play some of these mods, highly recommend. If you want to do any percent like Kez is doing right now, highly recommend. But the All Hearts tourney is coming up. And I would highly recommend. It gives you the chance to explore a lot of the different levels besides just any percent going down the same 7 levels over and over. So give it a shot. I think it's a great event to be holding. I love seeing other categories getting representation. It is tough. It is all hearts. So you don't have to finish your A sides, but you gotta finish your B sides, and you gotta finish your C sides. But you don't have to play farewell. Don't worry about that.
That one's
Farewell
fake.
doesn't count.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Yeah, sorry. If you were curious. But yeah, I think we're gonna raid Kez. Everyone, thank you so much for being here and coming by. Hosts, thank you so much for being here and coming by. Epic, thank you so much for being here and coming by. Sky, thank you for being here in some capacity. You were here earlier. I don't know if you're still here, but thank you for being here and coming by. Everyone else, this couldn't be done without all of you here. So peace out. Adios. Bye-bye.
Honored.
Take care.
And we're off.
Not yet. YouTube's still on. Hi, YouTube.
Oh, YouTube's still.